as well. And yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, this is session number 14. So, last we left off, you guys had a bit of a kerfuffle, um, going back and changing history, and then meeting Catgirl Pinko, who decided that she was going to turn Gemini into a pile of sentient spaghetti. Gemini
Oh
now
yeah.
has several new recipes for how to make the good stuff. Uh, and now the party has set sail off to go to the Jastein Empire. So they have set off with the king, and they are going to do that. Now, first
You
things
forgot that
first.
Gemini put on a pirate hat. That's very important.
It's not
Sure.
that important.
I just wanted to make sure that it
That
was
is not
said in
important.
the introduction. It's very important.
It's
Continue,
not.
please.
It's not.
We're on a ship. It's important to look the part.
Shut up. It's not important.
God has decided you should shut your fucking mouth, Sierra.
And Alex decided that moving together
Yes.
would be great. You don't know what you're getting into,
That's because
boy.
I find Gemini annoying.
Oh, did you?
Not
Gemini's
you got-
made
you got-
after
you-
me.
You got sound. You got sound in the jukebox. Yay.
I did. Yeah, I figured that out a while ago. Okay, so now
What's that?
I'd like one person, just one, to roll a d4.
I'll do it.
Okay,
Alright.
Eli.
This one.
Better hope you roll well.
Hopefully
Ooh,
that's
okay.
well.
Well.
Oh, here we go.
Nah,
You
it's
suck,
fine.
Eli.
It's fine. That was actually fine. Okay, so the trip today seems to be fairly uneventful. The ocean is surrounding you guys as you are heading out to sea. As you notice the kingdom slowly disappear behind you, as Nessa manages to run the ship in the correct direction. Things are peaceful, for now at least. Is there anything you guys
Wow.
would like to do while you're on the ship?
I would love to steer the ship, but I know no one's gonna let me. But
No.
that's what I would
None of
like.
us are steering the damn ship.
I just
I'm
want to
leaving
be
that-
at the wheel and be like.
I'm leaving that exclusively to Nessa. Nobody else is driving the goddamn ship.
You just call me
Wow.
Okay.
captain like once. I'll
Okay,
be
is
happy.
anyone supervising Gemini? Any of the player characters?
Are you kidding me? At this point, I'm pretty sure at least half of us are constantly supervising her.
It's like one eye
Kana's-
is
Kana's
directly
napping.
the other way,
Okay,
just on me at all times.
Taishiro, Senshin, Raijin, and David, make perception checks. Gemini,
Oh.
make a stealth check.
Here we go.
Okay.
If any of them beats your stealth check, then you will be found out.
Wow.
Alright, that's mine.
Eli?
Eli?
Tashiro.
Perception check.
Ooh,
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
job.
Alright, Sierra,
Okay,
roll
that's
your
fine.
stealth check. If
Yeah, not
any
20.
of these beat you, then you will be found out.
Please let me be
Wow,
chaotic.
Liam. Wow.
I know, right? Look, let's just hope I get
That's
all
a
of them out of
20.
the way.
That's a 20, because I got plus
Oh.
3.
What did Eli, what did Taishiro get?
A flat 17.
Alright,
Oh, no.
Gemini
Although I haven't rolled the
somehow
funny yet.
manages
rolled the
to
funny
sneak
yet.
past.
He's asleep, so.
Kana is asleep. She can't do perception checks while she's asleep.
Idiot.
She needs to be conscious in order to actually keep an eye out.
Fair
So
enough.
everyone else is a little
Your
bit too
damn fault for
focused
making a
on
nap
whatever
all the
they're
time.
doing. Senshin is training. Raijin is trying to potty train Lucky again, who somehow is
Again.
managing. Well, yeah, there still needs to be more
Dragon,
potty
potty
training
train.
involved. So
Oh.
Lucky is now being trained that if he needs to throw up, he will need to throw up over the side of the ship. Raijin, roll animal handling.
Little buddy's
1
looking at
second.
him like, degenerate animal.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Liam,
Oh, shit.
Lucky
Liam,
ends
roll
up
that.
taking a
Done that.
step backwards and instead ends up throwing up on your shoes again.
Again, poor thing.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, Lucky is getting a little bit seasick and hasn't quite figured out that the sea is the best place to be sick rather than the ship. So, yeah, everyone's a little bit preoccupied with that. And so you will find yourself at the helm of the ship. Nessa is calmly steering it.
You know, I've never been on a boat before. It's a lot slower than a dragon.
I suppose it makes sense, Taishiro. Boats are merely planks of wood held together by nails.
That's not very comforting.
Uh,
This thing isn't gonna fall apart, is it?
no, this is well made, you see. It is not made of stone, which would sink. Yes. David knows things. He
But I
knows
saw-
the ship will stay afloat.
But I saw big stones in the cannon room.
The stone's made for balancing, David think? Does David know that?
Roll a history check.
Look at the stones that Taishiro was talking about.
Cannons.
Cannonballs.
Yeah,
Oh.
cannonballs.
Oh, sorry. David just had a stroke.
Wait, what?
Yeah, apparently had a really big stroke.
David doesn't know what cannons are, or cannonballs.
Yes.
So his initial explanation is correct then? Or rather, makes sense that he went with it?
Yeah.
Gemini's still at the helm.
David
I'll
don't
just
know
let
what
these guys
those
finish
are.
their thing first.
Just making sure.
Yes, those are meant to be. Wait, what? David doesn't know.
Tashiro's just gonna start crying.
Oh,
Taishiro.
Taishiro.
Right, Julia. They're just cannonballs, Taishiro. It's fine. They're to deal with pirates.
Are we gonna sink?
No, it's fine. I mean,
Of
Senshin,
course.
how many boats have you... I mean, Senshin, you've been over lots of boats, right? Yeah, plenty. How many of them have sunk? At least 2.
What?
That's not to mention that one, boss. You've already done it. Shoot, boss.
What? What did I do?
You have no
Mention
idea
2
how much I
boats
wanna
sunk.
sink this boat.
Look, I didn't... Look, only one of them was my fault, to be fair.
Why did we get on this boat?
The other was a sea monster.
What? There's monsters out here.
Well, a couple. Sometimes they're dragons, sometimes they're serpents, sometimes they're just really weird squid.
Wow, boss, you are really good at this.
I mean, what? I am great at killing monsters.
I meant in. Wow, boss
Tashiro's
doesn't get
Tashiro's
what
just
David
curled
is
up
saying.
in
Now, Gemini, you are at the helm of the ship. What do you wish to do? Nessa is currently steering, and if she's noticed you, isn't paying you any attention. Gemini? Hello?
Before I was at the helm, I was downstairs, like in the bottom of the ship. So, and because you didn't notice me at the helm, steering the ship.
Yes, so far. Of
You
course.
aren't steering the ship. You are at the wheel, but Nessa has not noticed you. She is currently at the wheel. There is no way that you will be able to steer the ship without Nessa noticing.
But I'm just up there.
You are in the general area of the wheel. You are not going to be able to steer the ship without Nessa noticing if she is at the wheel. You will literally not be able to move it without touching her.
Nessa, are you tired? Do you want to take a break? I
At
can
least
take over
we've-
for you if
at
you
least we've got
want.
a good. At least we've got a good person steering, right?
No, thanks.
Oh.
Yes.
I only started about 15 minutes ago. Thanks for that, though, Jem.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
plenty of time. I.
Nessa
Well,
is Nessa's
What
a
if
former
you
pirate.
supervise
She'll be
me?
fine.
Can I just steer for like 5 minutes? You can like be right behind me, watching me to make sure I don't
Guys,
mess
where's
it up.
Gemini?
But like, can I just be at the? I want to be a pirate. Please.
Careful with that kind of aspiration, kid. Tends to get you in a lot of trouble with the law. But yeah, the area's looking
Yeah,
fairly
the
stable,
law.
so go for it.
What kind of person follows the law?
You say.
Is she just gonna walk up to the
Say
to
to
the
a
wheel?
police officer with several other with adventurers who follow the law.
on the navy view?
On the vehicle of a king.
Yeah, the way she says it's like she's joking, but you
I
know,
love that.
really she's not joking.
It's like the
It's
single
like-
worst place you could have said it.
Mhm.
Who's gonna take us seriously?
No one,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
fine.
part of the problem.
That's a fair point.
Exactly.
Look,
like,
there's a
no
good
one's gonna
reason-
take me seriously anyways. It may as well
Look,
make a
here's the
meme
thing:
out
if
of it.
Gemini ever gets arrested, I already know what my case is, and I'm just gonna tell her to plead insanity.
Easy.
That way they can't fry you.
Honestly, I'd like to see them try.
What makes you think insanity is
I mean,
considered
nothing
a
else is
valid
allowed.
plea in a fantasy world? And what makes you think
Pinko
the
can charge
outcome
it.
is going to be any better than anything else you do? Yeah, but Pinko can be aware of everything at every time, but surely Pinko doesn't give a shit
No,
about
the point
everything
I'm
that's
making
happening.
is that he is insane. That he is insane. I'm making the point that they are absolutely gonna make sure that, you know.
No one's as insane as Pinko. Pinko doesn't happen again.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
what they're
that is
making
exactly
sure.
the reasoning.
They're
Yes,
like,
the
insanity
benevolent
doesn't
god,
belong
well,
here.
semi-benevolent, chaotic god who runs this world. Yeah, we don't want another one of those. We want an evil god who will take over and rule with an iron fist. That's what we want, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that is actually.
I think
That is actually a fair
I think I
point.
Shut
have
up,
an idea for
Aristotle.
something like that.
I will send you to the furthest. I will send you to the furthest depths of hell, and then encase you in a tiny stone.
What? I wasn't talking about me. I was just saying we should let Big Tree out for a little.
No, Big Tree has enough restrictions placed on them already. And if they try anything else, I'll let Thug loose with them again.
Yeah, well, hey, I was just saying, no, I'm asking for it.
So where exactly are we going? Because I'm just kind of
You not paying
Steering us.
attention?
no.
Okay,
We're going to the.
You asked a question. There's your answer.
here's the
We're going to
world
the
map.
Jastein Kingdom.
Okay, so, Sierra,
Oh, little
you
shit.
guys are here. You are heading
Mhm.
here. So you are heading past this continent to this city, which
the one that
is
looks like a bow and arrow sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is
And
where
what's
you
that?
are. This is where you are going.
And why are we going there again?
Seriously?
The kingdom is massive.
Goodbye. To
Bruh, I have a
big loan.
memory issue. Seriously. Why are we going there again? We just finished up at one kingdom. Are we?
You are
We're
heading
trying
there
to get a-
because the
we're trying
king
to get
is
a
heading
loan
there
from
to
the
ask
other.
for a loan. Because the kingdom is currently in shambles, considering the fact that it suffered multiple major terrorist attacks recently, and its major source of income has been cut off due to the Duragar basically stopping all mining operations. In short, the kingdom's been through some shit, and it's poor, and they need a loan in order to actually make stuff better.
Am I
That's
trying
what
to
you
help
guys are doing.
with that?
Well,
Yeah,
you guys are
and
tagging
then
along with the king. Whether you're trying to actively help with that is your decision.
Kana is.
Yeah, because I
Kana is
wouldn't like
kinda-
Gemini's wouldn't be
Well, I
help.
think
She'd
because we
make it
I think
worse.
because our characters are
Well,
technically a part of the Virgil Dove Brigade now.
Well, we're in a, look right now. Ascension is honorary, and that's the limit, I think.
So
Ascension is
so far,
honorary and
the
by
arrangement
extension
that you
the
guys
party.
have is that Kana and the squad are part of the brigade. They are responsible for protecting the king. As for everyone
Mhm.
else, you are welcomed as guests to go alongside the king to visit the empire. It's your call whether you choose to make things more official than that. You can basically decide to not have anything official to do with them and just dick around in the empire as much as you like and then come back with the king if you want. Or you can choose to make things more official and go into the meetings to act as the king's bodyguards, help with a lot of the diplomatic efforts. It's your call.
Bodyguard. So his brain just heard the words bodyguard and king, and his immediately went to hero.
So
Whereas
that
Gemini's
is
here, like, don't they have people for that? Like, that sounds so boring being the king's bodyguard. Like,
I want to do it.
they
Yeah,
do
I
have
can take
people
up
for
they have
that.
people
It's
for it.
Kana and
Egg-
her squad.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna
So,
do that.
like, we can just fuck around in the kingdom, right?
I mean,
If we
I
want
was
to be a
gonna.
part of, if we want to be a part of the brigade, we will have to prove ourselves, won't we?
Haven't we done that like 14 different times?
Hmm
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, we've proved that we're good people and we do the good hero stuff. I mean, you guys have
is-
proved yourself.
Is Kana able to be awake now, or
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think that Taishiro would actually know the answer to that, but Kana would. So
Yeah, Kana can wake up whenever she feels like it.
oh well, if it's whenever she feels like it, she's not going to wake up until we fucking dock. Oh.
Fine, Kana
Oh,
can wake
man.
up whenever you feel like it then. Happy?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Specifics,
At that
man.
at that point, yeah, okay. At that point, I'll just have Kana walk into the room, um, just walk into the room, and just go. You've proven yourself capable fighters, but you haven't proven yourself capable of the actual duties of the Virgil Dove Brigade.
You haven't seen you
Oh,
anything
my-
but fighting and arresting people, both of which we've done.
Yes, that's one aspect of our. That is one aspect of our job. Do we have any coffee left on the boat?
Coffee here?
Our primary goal in the Virgil Dove Brigade is to handle diplomatic tensions through diplomatic means. Essentially, fighting is supposed to be more of a last resort. You just happen to join us at a pretty turbulent time.
First thing I ever heard about you doing was shoving dirty panties into a woman's mouth to make her shut up.
Doesn't
I-
sound
Get
too
behind
good.
that.
I don't. I mean, is that not diplomacy in your worldview?
No.
Yes.
Seems pretty dirty. Well,
Huh.
okay, Dave's gonna stop.
David, no. David's just real. No.
Well, like I said, you guys joined up at a very, very turbulent time. We had to deal with cultists and an international criminal and another international criminal,
Who was the other one?
and then a
Oh,
murderer,
right, Celine.
and then a murderer, and then a murderer, and then a bunch of ghosts. Suffice to say, you haven't exactly seen the Virgil Dove take on any
Boring
standard
stuff.
missions.
I mean, I
I'd
ran
say more
body.
standard. They do get pretty boring, but
I mean, I've run bodyguard a lot, including for a couple diplomats, so I've
That's-
learned a small amount about
good,
diplomacy.
good.
And
Show
I mean,
me how-
Rajan's
show
good
me
at
how
that
it's done
stuff.
when we get there. Until then,
Okay.
Until
I
then,
mean, Rajan's only good.
let's
I mean,
do
Rajan's
coffee.
really good at that stuff. So, wait. I don't think we have coffee. Pretty
Yes,
sure
you-
you drank through all of. I think you.
You did bring coffee on the ship, and this is the next day after you left. So if Kana has managed to drink through it, I think Kana
Can I
might
roll a check to see
actually
how much
need
coffee
medical
I've drunk
attention.
so far?
Did anyone
so
try
I
to
put
hide
the-
the coffee? Kana,
No.
make
Can I roll-
make
can I roll
5
a-
investigation
Yeah, I wish I
checks.
thought of that.
Investigation checks. Oh god.
Because
Word.
everyone
Okay,
tried to hide the coffee so that Kana could only get access to a
And-
limited amount of it at a time.
Okay, that is a 24, I believe.
Alright,
No,
you
no,
found the first secret
Six-
stash. Now make
7
4
plus
more.
6 is 13, 23.
You found the first
Okay.
secret stash. Now make 4 more investigation checks.
That's 21. That
Found the second,
25.
Nice
Third.
dash.
Oh wow.
fourth.
I spiked mine.
And the fourth.
Yep, and one
What
more.
about the fifth? Okay.
Wow.
You didn't roll under
Okay.
15.
Okay,
Wow.
you
So
found all of
think
the
I
secret
think I have
stashes
your
of
luck and you
coffee
have
that they
mine.
tried to hide. Did you choose to drink them all
Nice.
on the first day?
She's just gonna take them all out one by one. Just be like, guys, if this is the level of your ability to hide things from me, I feel very worried about taking you on to our brigade where you have to figure out.
Oh no,
complex
that
international
wasn't.
We're hiding those?
That was the
Wait,
NPCs. That was the members
No,
of
we didn't-
Kana's squad that were hiding the coffee.
Actually, I was
Yes,
gonna say,
we-
Sedge's
way
gonna
more-
Sedge's gonna peek into that one. Miss Kana, that was your squad, not us.
I need to get them into more. Oh, I can't even remember what the class is called. I'm so tired. Okay, she's
you
gonna
like
use
a
one of the
cuppa?
secret stashes to brew herself some coffee.
The secret stashes, just so we're
Gemini,
100%
coffee.
clear, are typically
Intelligence
about a
training.
week's worth of coffee each. This is a
Okay, well,
2-week
she'll drop
journey. There
one
are
of them.
5 stashes. So they thought they had enough. But just so you know, if you have
Okay,
this
she'll
entire
drop one
stash,
of
you
the-
are going to need to make a couple of
She'll
saving
drop-
throws.
She'll brew a cup of coffee.
Okay.
After that is no. After that is anybody's guess. And then she's gonna just sip it and just strategy training. That's what I called it.
I'm gonna get a fishing rod and go fishing.
So there's
Out here.
Five.
Is the water gone?
5 stashes worth of 1
Yes, the water's come. I want to go fishing.
It's a 2-week
Hmm.
journey.
Gemini spiked-
They're
Gemini
overcompensating
spiked one of
heavily.
Gemini
Because I
spiked
knew
one
Kanda
of them.
would be here.
Ow.
Okay, roll a d6, re-roll on a 6, Gemini.
Roll a d6.
Yes.
And then reroll.
Yeah,
When exactly did she
reroll if
spike
you
it?
get a
When did you
6.
see him?
Okay, the first
Yeah,
stash
I
was
got it.
spiked.
When
Kana,
did
make a
you
con
spike
save.
it?
Like, when did you have the time to spike it? Is the question.
Before I snuck off to the helm.
Actually,
how did
didn't
you
know
Gemini,
about
make an investigation check.
investigation.
Yeah,
Sure.
DC
Yeah,
20.
you would have had to find it first.
Let me.
Because if you can't find it, then it doesn't matter if you tried to spike it because you couldn't find it.
Investigation. There.
I
Okay,
figured
so
creation.
d20.
Yeah, so you have
Okay,
And that is.
con save doesn't
plus
matter
3.
because you didn't succeed
So
at
14.
finding the stash, so you were not able to spike it.
Damn.
Mhm.
Even though it was a 14 that fails, it has to be a 15 or up.
oh, it's 20.
No, I said DC 20.
Oh, what? DC 20?
Yeah.
That means nothing to me. I don't know the lingo yet.
Means
Okay,
that you have to-
DC
means
is
that
the.
You have to
so
get
you have
to
roll
20.
above that number.
So
Or above.
DC is you get 20 or
Difficulty
zip.
counter. So you have to have
Oh,
your
that's what it stands
roll
for.
That's what
plus
it
your
stands for?
modifier equal 20 or more.
Wow.
I never
This
knew that's what
was
DC
hard.
stood for.
Yeah,
And Kana didn't fail
Wow.
a single one.
Mhm.
yeah.
I love that one. It's so much. It's like you guys have got to learn better if you want to be part of my squad. That was your squad who hit them. We didn't do shit.
These guys need way. These guys need way more. These guys need way more intelligence training.
We're just there, like, thumbs up. We tried.
I was just getting.
Squad, gather round. Looks like we have to give you some emergency training.
Alright, just let me get
I'm
someone else on
okay.
running the ship. Let me just head downstairs, Captain, and I'll get someone else on running the ship.
Aye.
Not you, you haven't been
I'll-
trained.
I can. I
I'm trained to
manned
be
a ship for a
pirate.
little bit. It was only about a week, but I still manned a ship.
I'll trust you for the 10 minutes while I go downstairs and find someone who's more qualified. Go for it, Senshin. And Nessa is just going to head downstairs and
Fantastic.
look around for a sailor. Are you proficient in water vehicles, Senshin?
No, I said I made it for a week. I didn't say I was good. I just did it for a week.
Roll a d20. Let's see how far off course you managed to get in 10 minutes.
I wonder.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oof.
Okay.
I said I was a
Yeah.
week, and I said I made it for a week. It was only. I wasn't even good.
Okay, I just want to see what Gemini.
She wanted someone
would've,
other
like-
than Gemini to be manning the ship.
Yeah, but if Gemini did man the ship, I want to see how far off course she would be. So
Nah,
can I roll
one,
it? Like,
nah,
it won't
one,
apply.
nah,
I
one,
just
nah,
want to
one,
see
one,
if I
nah,
can
one.
beat Senshin. That's all.
Yeah.
Can I
I
do
don't know.
that?
Is
I'm
Senshin
really
going
hoping I'm rolling
to
out my bad
allow
one.
her to attempt to move the ship?
Oh no, I.
she's
No,
not
not.
actually,
Oh,
she's
no,
not
no,
actually
not
actually
doing it.
Actually,
No,
I just
it's
want
just
to see.
no. Just do a roll, Sierra. Just see what you would have done. You don't have to ask for it. Just do it.
What a surprise!
Yeah, good
Yeah.
thing Senshi was on the
So
wheel.
Gemini would've
Okay,
been the best solution.
Gemini attempts to move the ship for a couple of seconds and somehow manages to nearly turn it completely in the opposite direction.
Um,
At which point
Alex,
Senshin
Alex,
fixes
we
it.
weren't actually doing it. we weren't
We
actually
weren't
doing that.
actually
We were
doing that.
just doing. We were just doing it to see what would have happened if it was actually Gemini. It wasn't actually something happening. We were just doing that.
Like, if Senshin didn't take the wheel and it was Gemini that was held responsible.
Yeah, this is why
somehow.
she got Senshin to do it instead of Gemini. But yeah, Nessa will come back up a couple of minutes later with some sailor from downstairs who looks like he's just finished his break, and he'll just get on directing the ship. And Nessa will come back down to where Kana is.
Okay,
David, you wanna
guys.
go
Looks
fishing?
like you're gonna have some.
Yeah, sure. Why not, boss?
What about you, Rajan? I mean, sure. Lucky seems to have napped, so I'm good. Shipping off, fishing off the front.
Gemini's gonna be playing with the water, just using her water powers to make weird shapes with
Alright.
the sea as we go past.
All right, crew. It's very clear that you guys tried to hide the coffee from me.
You have no proof.
We didn't do shit. It's her crew.
And yet you did such a terrible job. I managed to find all of it in a single minute. So
Well, then
looks
why
like you
are
guys
you
need more
mad?
strategy training.
Why are you even mad then? Because you found your coffee.
Looks like
just,
you need
know,
less.
Gemini.
Looks
We
like
didn't
you
hide
need
it.
less
Gemini, we're not.
caffeine.
Gemini, we're not involved. Gemini, we're not
Yeah.
involved. Just-
You
put
guys,
my 2
you guys
cents
should
in.
probably listen in as well. But you're not a part of the squad, so I can't really force you. And yeah, Kana's just going to start a strategy lesson.
Okay?
With her squad.
They will attend the strategy lesson. How closely are you watching them?
Them.
As the teacher.
The squad. Your
As
squad.
the teacher, probably pretty closely. Want to make sure that they're actually like getting this stuff because apparently they're really, really bad at thinking.
It's that you're really good at
well,
finding shit
rather
when
at-
you're super either have had a lot of coffee or have not had enough of it. Yeah, so all of them at all times.
As much as possible, yeah.
Okay.
It's like a stoner who knows there's weed in the room but can't find it, so they just sniff around.
I'm just
That's what
gonna
she
make a
was
couple
like,
of
just
checks
trying to
with
find the coffee.
disadvantage. All right. Make one
like it-
perception check.
For Kana.
Yeah.
Like she would be keeping an eye on her class, obviously.
I'm
Especially considering
just so
this
it's
is a
clear. This is
class
disadvantage
about
that I'm
how to
rolling.
Be better at hiding and perception, you say?
Yes, perception.
Oof. That is 8 plus 6 is 14. 14.
Okay, 14. All right. Let's see if
I'm
any.
going to assume that last one is Nessa, guessing from how good those were.
All right, cool. So let's see. So the highest one that we got with disadvantage was the 14. So that would be, let's see. Okay. You are paying close attention to everyone else in the squad, but you seem to miss Vadrid as he manages to steal the extra coffee stashes from behind you. You notice that they are missing
Okay.
about halfway through the lesson.
Damn, Vadrid.
You
Damn,
don't know that
Vadrid.
it was Vadrid. You just know that the coffee stuff is now missing.
And so, you see, if you're going to try and hide something from someone, you have to make sure that you put it in a place. Okay, who the hell took the coffee?
Insight
Gemini's
check.
been standing there watching and like seen who done it, but obviously isn't going to tell. But she's just standing there smiling with her arms crossed.
16 plus 7 is
23.
23. Thank you.
Okay. Just so it's clear, if at any point I'm rolling for the squad, I'm rolling in the order that they show up in the Squad 48 doc. So that being Nessa first and Vadrid last. That's always the order I'm going to roll the squad. So let's see.
So Vadrid looks super guilty.
Yeah. So the rest of them manage to maintain their composure, but Vadrid looks sus. And he's just there going, I don't know, Captain. It's sure awful whoever did this, though, isn't it? We should find them. And he stands up and you see that he was sitting on the coffee. Because that's where he tried to hide it. Ugh.
Oh dear God! Did you destroy all of the coffee, Vedrid?
But it
No.
probably smells like ass now.
No, look,
This
it was under a crate that I was sitting on. It wasn't directly underneath me. Captain, you have a problem.
The problem here isn't. The problem here is more the fact that you weren't even able to construct a good enough lie that you couldn't keep something this basic from me.
From you?
You should be. Yes, well, if you can't keep something hidden from me, then you shouldn't. Then why would you expect to be able to keep something hidden from our enemies? Listen, squad. We're part of the Virgil Dove Brigade. The whole purpose of our brigade in the system is to be able to exchange information quickly, efficiently, and with discretion. How am I going to be able to trust you guys to do that when you can't even withhold information from someone like me when I've only had one cup of coffee?
Okay. While you are saying that, you will notice that the coffee is no longer contained underneath the crate that Vadrid is sitting on, and it's gone missing again.
Okay. Now then, seems like the coffee's gone again. I'm going to try and figure out who took it. If you guys can't keep who took it a secret from me, I'm gonna put you on deck scrubbing duty until we get there. All right?
All right, Captain. All right, insight check versus deception check for each one of them. So Nessa first. Insight check, please. Okay. All right. Nessa is looking coy as usual, but it doesn't look like she's looking at all guilty or particularly reacting in such a way that you'd suspect that she did it. So she's just there going, I didn't do it. What can I say? Would have liked to have done it, but wasn't me, Captain.
Nessa.
Yeah.
You've probably got the best. You've got a lot of experience with being able to feint and deceive people.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that tends to work into your downfall. I know you're trying to act as suspicious as possible to throw me off the scent. It's rather telling the fact that you keep shifting your right leg like that.
I'll have to work on that.
So, next up, and she'll turn her head towards
Damien.
I guess Damien.
All right. Well, I can say for certain that is not beneath here. Okay. As far as you can tell from Damien, he seems a little uncomfortable to be speaking in front of the group, but it doesn't look like that discomfort stems from him specifically trying to hide anything. It looks more like him having a bit of social anxiety because he's sitting next to Nessa, who they've both realized that they like each other and they haven't figured out what's going on with that yet. Also, yeah, just the whole thing of being called out in front of his captain.
You missed that in the bikini episode. You missed that.
That's so cute.
That was the motivation of the bikini episode.
I ship it so much. My God, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm a fucking stereotypical girl sometimes. Okay. Like, damn, that's so cute. Continue.
Yeah, I can confirm that wasn't me. I didn't take any of the stuff. Yeah, look, I can show you underneath here if you want, but I wasn't the one who did it.
No need, Damien. I'm not even sure if you're capable of flying at this point. Besides, Besides, it's clear that even if you were capable, your current situation has got you a little bit more rattled, which would make it way easier to tell if you were lying. So,
Damien
no
will
need.
instantly blush and then sit down.
So Gemini's still in the
Emotions
room,
are
right?
fine, but emotions are fine. But just like on just like on any other battlefield, when fighting using your wits, you have to be able to harness them effectively. Now then,
You're not in the room, you are currently on the deck.
Oh damn! Because I wanted her to be all like, I wonder how long it's gonna take them to figure out who did it. Like all Sherlock Holmes, snobby, just in the corner watching,
I mean,
just talking little buddy.
you can be in the corner doing that if you want to.
Can I like?
On the
Do I have to
deck.
make a perception check or something? Because like Gemini, I want her to know who did it, but she's not gonna say anything and let them kind of play the game here.
Alright,
So...
make a perception check.
Okay, please do okay, please. Hey yo, that's
Hey!
23.
Alright, you know who did it. I will private message you who did it now.
Kind of reminds me of like
for the
Cluedo.
record,
Oh, I see. So it was little buddy. No.
Yep, so you know who did it.
I'm there, smoking a joint, looking all snob. Kind of like how Sherlock would smoke a pipe. Just kind of like
Yeah,
detective.
smoke is heroin.
That's fine. No. Only fairy pumpkin for me. So yeah, Gemini's just sitting on a crate, just watching
Okay?
with little buddy.
Alright, cool. So you now know who did it. Alright, next up
Yes.
is Jerry, who is going to be sitting on a crate and then his shield, just so that it's acting kind of like a booster seat, which is honestly kind of hilarious to look at. But you wouldn't
That's
want
so
to insult
cute.
him for being on a booster seat, because he will bash you with his shield, and it is 6 feet tall. Or at least it
How
can
tall
be
is
6
he?
feet tall. He is
Also, you know-
probably
also, you
about
know dwarves.
less than 5 foot tall.
Also, we all know that dwarves hold
4'8".
grudges, so
Taller than 4'8".
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay,
probably
well then.
just a hair under 5 foot. He is a
Okay.
dwarf, but he's pretty tall for a dwarf.
Gemini is shorter than a
I am a
dwarf.
very tall midget.
Oh, it's your
My
fault for being
God.
8.
9, thank you.
She's
Nice.
actually
Only by appearance.
4,200 years old. Thank you very much.
No, she is 9.
4,269 years old.
Yeah, sorry.
you're
My
9.
mistake.
And it's never going up. It'll only go up when Gemini feels like it.
Cool, so you're 9 years old, understood.
Yeah,
Only
sorry,
by
my mistake. Your haha funny number age 42069.
Yeah, and every time the year is almost
Uh,
up, she just goes a year in
anyway,
the past
Jerry,
and relives it. Alright, continue.
Yes.
Jerry. Okay. Now, if it was possible, now, the thing about stealing something is that you need a good place to keep it after it's been stolen. People aren't just going to forget about it so quickly. So, if anyone was going to have a good place to hide something, it'd be you. Isn't that right?
Yep.
And
I would have the perfect chance to hide it underneath my shield. But you're gonna have to. You aren't gonna get me alive,
so you're
Captain.
gonna. Can I make an insight check to?
Yeah, sure. You make an insight check versus his deception check.
Oof. It's actually kind of bad.
You can't tell.
14.
You cannot actually tell what's going on with him.
So you're telling me that if I. So you're
Actually,
telling me
wait,
that
no,
all
we
I
would have
want to-
gotten equal, so let's re-roll that because we both got the same result.
Oh god.
Okay, yep.
14.
Pardon?
I still got a 14.
Okay, yeah, in that case, you win. And so he's trying a bit too hard to look sus, and you're pretty sure that this is some kind of strange gambit. He looks a little worried that you're gonna find something out, but he looks like he's trying too hard to be sus.
Well, while I would try and sniff out the coffee beans underneath that shield. Well, I don't think you've showered in the past week, so that might be off the table. Besides, you have a very similar thing going on to Nessa. Just because you worked in a mine shaft doesn't mean you can dig your way into a confession.
That
Keep up
doesn't
the,
work,
I can
Anna.
say for absolute certain that the coffee beans have not been harmed.
keep working on that. Keep working on that, buddy. And she'll just like scruff his hair and move on.
Okay.
So Kana doesn't think that he's got them,
Okay.
does he? Does she?
No. She thinks that he is trying to deflect her suspicion as a distraction.
Okay.
All
Who's
right.
Next?
Rico.
Rico.
All right.
Rico.
Roll off. Ooh, nat
Oh
20.
shit.
Okay. All right, Captain. Sir, you're trying to figure out who. Sir, you are trying to figure out who did it, and quite frankly, a lot of people are trying a bit too hard to be sus.
You
Are we
noticed that too, huh?
absolutely sure that it's someone in the squad?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not ruling out the possibility that the asshole over there did. That the asshole over there took it. It points over to Senshin.
Oh, I mean,
What?
my bet was more on the cat or Gemini, but okay, that works too.
Yeah, Gemini seems to be. While I can say she's definitely chaotic, she seems like she'd have way too much. She'd have way too much fun from just watching this sort of thing go down rather than actually causing it.
And from
Isn't
the
that
other
right,
side of the
Gemini?
room,
That's
she's
true.
gonna shout, "You bet your ass it is!"
That is true.
So
She
you-
does look like
Rico,
she is
did
a
you-
little bit too busy smoking a
So
joint.
Rico, did you take the coffee beans?
No.
Also, little buddy can't
Hmm.
be stuff stealing your coffee.
Because you do realize that theft, especially from a high-ranking member of a brigade, is a crime, right?
Of course I realize what the crimes are. I'm the vice captain, don't forget.
And something like that would be punishable by
Death!
with some pretty
Sorry.
serious.
It
No,
would not be
death.
punishable by death, Gemini. I'd like to
I'm
think that I know
sorry.
the law better than you, considering the fact that I am a vice captain.
And that you follow it, and I merely just walk as
And that
close
since
as
you're-
I can get
And I
without
imagine since
following it.
you're kind of all about that criminal thing with your entire religion focusing around it, there would be some more serious punishments for you if you were to break such a strict law, correct?
Yes, obviously.
For the record, Kana is trying to like psych her out to try and see if she can like get her to crack or something.
Okay. All right. Make a. I'm gonna call this a willpower action. So
Okay.
make an intimidation check against me.
Intimidation, as in using the intimidation skill.
Yes.
Fuck, I don't have proficiency with intimidation. That's a flat 5.
All right, that fails. Now I'm going to make a charisma check. DC is 11 plus your, well, you don't have a plus anything, so it's just 11, I guess.
That
Succeeds.
succeeds.
Okay, the intimidate action does not work, so she takes 1 willpower damage.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, it didn't succeed, full stop, so no, none. So
Yeah, no
Rico
willpower
just
damage.
does not
Sorry.
respond.
In fact, I don't think you even needed to do the
Oh well, I did
charisma
it for
save
shits
there.
and giggles. What can I say?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, so
Giggle
anyway,
works
she'll go,
good. I like
Captain, I am fully
Okay.
aware of what you're trying to do, and you're attempting to psych me out. I've seen enough interrogations to know how this kind of thing works. I am certain that on my honor as a vice captain, I would not steal.
Well, can't blame a girl for trying.
Of course not.
And Kana's just gonna sniff the air in front of Rico quickly before moving on.
And
Okay.
Gemini's gonna be like, "Sorry about the smoke."
Oh yeah, good point. The smell of
Probably
smoke would
smell.
likely make it more difficult to be able to smell any of that stuff. Roll with disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No, this is funnier.
Yeah.
Oh, for the record, I wasn't
Big chaos,
100%
not
intending
little
this to happen. Perception check, was that?
Yes.
Was that
What did you get?
perception or was that?
Perception, yes. And you did it with
That's 12
disadvantage.
plus 6 is 18.
I feel like I should roll
17.
for how much I smoked.
You can't
17.
smell any coffee over the smell of the smoke in the air.
Okay.
Alright, so now one
Okay.
left. Vadrid.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn it. You're throwing off my scent. You're throwing off my scent. You're throwing off my scent, Gem. Okay, Vadrid.
Oh, you talking to me?
Alright, roll your insight check.
Sorry.
Oh, shit.
You
Okay.
shouldn't have lost the coffee.
Oh, man.
Captain,
Uh,
I'm... And he'll just look a bit tearful. I'm sorry, I took one of the things of coffee because I wanted to make sure you had some for the last day. I wanted to make sure that you didn't go through all of it right to start. I'm so sorry. And
Wait,
you'll
are
just
you
see Vadrid just
confessing?
looking like he's about to break down, and he will just stand up, begin slowly moving the crate. What's Kana doing?
Hello? Hold, what?
Vadrid
He
just
gets
basically
down and begins
confessed.
slowly moving the crate.
Vadrid just confessed. He's moving the crate.
I mean-
What is Kana doing?
You know what? Kana's self out. It can't. Oh no, she rolled pretty low on the insight check, but
Yeah,
at the same
you
time,
can't tell what's going on in his head. You have no idea.
Hmm.
So if this guy is lying, he's lying perfectly. If this guy is telling the truth,
Yeah.
he's sounding pretty damn persuasive.
Confessing.
And
Hmm.
why would he lie about that? I mean, have a think about that. Does that make any sense for him to be lying? Especially when it would
Well,
make
he-
him
well,
look bad
we
in
know
front of
that
his
he-
captain?
Well, we know that he did do it the first time. The question is, did he do it this time?
As
I
far
know
as
he
you
did.
can
He did a
tell,
little
he
bit,
though.
seems
I
to
know
be
he-
genuine.
I already know that you've done. I already know that you've done it the once. That's not the issue here. Kana's going to put a hand on the going to put a hand on the crate to stop it from moving.
Yeah, but Jerry stole them back, and then I stole them back so that I'd be able to give 4 of them back to you and then just hide one. That was my plan, but I screwed it up.
Hmm. Seems like a very. Seems like a very, very. It seems like a poor man's plan. This is why I was trying to. This is why I was going to have you all do this. All do this in the first place.
Alright.
Because you planned your copy to be stolen.
Alright, Kana. Your full attention is on Vadrid right now, correct?
I'm gonna say for the moment, yeah, probably.
Okay. In that case, you don't get to make a check. If anyone else is watching what's going on, roll a perception check.
Your central
Okay.
call daddy's watching now.
Alright. Senshin, perception
Gems,
check,
what-
please.
Oh!
Yep, fair enough.
Okay. I got a 12
did.
on my stealth check. If anyone got
That's
higher than a
amazing.
12, you would be able to see what's going on. Rico is sneaking off with 5 bags of
I got a
coffee.
I got a nat 20.
Hmm.
If you got higher than a 12, then you'd be able to see it. So everyone succeeded, I think,
Yeah.
on their perception checks.
Yeah, yeah.
So Rico
Well,
is
Robbie
actually
might not have,
sneaking
but,
off.
else-
No.
Okay, well, David can't tell, but
Oh.
everyone else who's watching can. That Rico is currently sneaking off to hide the coffee beans. And quickly returns
thanks.
while Kana is in the middle of lecturing Vadrid. And she will give a thumbs up to Vadrid
Hmm.
as he will go, Captain, I have a confession to make. Another one. And he will just quickly move his crate, and there will be nothing underneath.
Hmm.
Thinking it's
Ah.
possible.
What was
I
that about
see. That
strategy
must have been some
training?
kind of. Must have been some kind of distraction.
Oh God.
Not bad.
Are you guys done with your?
Not
Are you
bad
guys
there,
done with your?
Badger.
Are you two done with your fictional dick measuring contest? Can we, do literally anything else?
What else are we going to do? This is a. No, what else are we going to do? This is a boat voyage. Get comfy.
Gemini's gonna blow like the biggest puff of
So,
smoke possible, like
I know that,
covering Rico's exit,
which
like
means that.
kind of like so. To give
Rico's
him,
already
like,
exited, hid in the
behind him.
shit, and come back. Kana was lecturing
Good.
for a
However,
while.
Done.
However,
Good, good,
Vadrid,
good, good. Good,
however,
good, good. Making
Vadrid,
sure
you've
that
made
he
one.
snuck out safely.
You've made
there.
a critical error.
Oh Jesus Christ!
See, I was on. See, there was only two people that I was suspecting,
Hmm?
and by revealing that you aren't, and by revealing that you most certainly weren't weren't the one who was holding
Jesus.
it, I now know. I've now narrowed it down to the. I can now safely say who the actual stealer was. Isn't that right, Rico?
I want to quickly.
You did
mind
not
link
have
with
enough
Rico
information to make
before
that
he
call.
Gives up.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
did.
They didn't.
No, you didn't, because
did.
she did a perfect lie.
I succeeded on the three.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
but
you
I
got a natural
succeeded on the
one.
three. I succeeded on the three that I knew. So I knew for a fact that that Jerry, Damien, and Nessa didn't have it. I didn't know for a fact if Rico or Vadrid didn't have it. Right.
Process of elimination.
Here's
So
the thing.
if Vadrid's
You
just
thought you knew for
told me
certain.
For certain that who?
You thought you knew for certain that they were able to do that. Insight checks aren't like God-given inspiration. What I tell you is just
Their assumptions.
what you think, what you can best tell from the information you are given. But Kana does not know that she got a higher role than her subordinates. That is meta stuff. Kana does not have enough information right now to be able to make that call. She can make that assumption, but she can't say that for certain. She did not see Rico leave.
Okay.
And an assumption.
I would have just thought
you
from
and I.
the process of the process of deduction that
She can make
if you have
a
yeah,
guess,
but the issue is we
but
don't
she
have
doesn't
definitive
have
proof of
proof.
the roles.
And there are other people on the ship that it could technically be. So
Yes.
You know for a
there's
fact
actually
that
several.
if it is someone in your squad
squad
who did it, it is most likely Rico. You haven't actually confirmed that it's only people within your squad that might have done this.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
So
Fair
no,
enough,
you
fair
don't
They
have
could've
enough
switched
information to make that call.
Midway through to the others.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you guys?
You don't
done
even
already?
know that it's a player
This is also why I
character.
had Senshin tap in. Yeah, that's why I had Senshin tap in without you guys done. Because if he sounds like he's not interested, then it even adds him into it again.
I'd like to.
Pretty good.
Like
Pretty good. Looks like you.
before it's
Looks like you
revealed
managed to
where
get
it
off
is.
of.
It's not
Get
going to
off
be
of
revealed.
deck scrubbing
Gemini,
duty.
it's not going to be revealed.
Looks like you guys have managed to get off of deck scrubbing duty. Good job.
Fine,
Good job. Class is. Good job. Class is over. Thank you for your service, and well, here's hoping you'll be able to. Here's hoping you'll be able to keep this. You'll be able to keep this sort of strategy up when we're actually to shore, huh? Now,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
Captain.
try and
We
make-
did it the whole
strategy
time.
involve
We've
hiding
worked together as a
boxes of
squad for a
coffee.
long while. That's something you forgot to
Yes,
factor
I
in.
know.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if
And-
you
What? Is this just
excuse me,
how you guys always are?
Yep. Welcome to the squad, Senshin.
Could you, not be this stupid extra, maybe?
And Nessa will just go back
Again,
to
we're on
piloting
the
the
boat.
ship.
What else are we gonna do?
Oh,
Well,
Jesus. Okay.
since I don't have any coffee, I guess I'm going to go get a bucket and try and splash seawater on my face. See you guys. And
Senshin, roll a
Kana's just gonna
d4.
leave.
At 4?
Nat 4.
Wow.
Yes, it's generally presumed that it's natural. Yes, okay. Cool. I can hear an echo.
I think
Might
that
be
might
me
be
again.
you. Yeah. Yeah, no, I could hear that echo too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm,
I think it's gone now. All right. Cool.
mm.
Yep. So you guys continue like that for a long, long while. It's not a particularly short trip. You're used to trips taking maybe, well, most of you are used to trips taking. Actually, scratch that. David, you're mostly used to trips taking a couple of days. Senshin, you have rarely been on trips that take a couple of weeks. Raijin, you have decently regularly been on trips taking a couple of weeks, typically either with your family or with Senshin in tow. Taishiro obviously has not, and Gemini has never actually been on
Taishiro,
a
welcome to the ocean.
and Gemini has not actually been on a sea vessel in order to travel because she usually just shock and horror jumps through a portal and ends up somewhere else.
I was about to say, I don't even think she'd be on a ship before, which is why she's so excited to be a pirate for once. Or
She's
pretend
not a
to be
pirate, she is
Pirates
the
would be
opposite of a
reverse of
pirate.
pirates.
But she's pretending to be one because she don't follow the law. But she's gonna have to pretend if, these people. She's gonna be good, don't worry. But, like, no one can control Gemini.
Everyone is worried,
Not
perpetually.
even I.
well,
Also,
except for
You're
Gemini.
You
Gemini's
literally
been
do control
steering the ship
Gemini.
this whole time to.
No, you haven't. You can't be doing 2 rooms at once.
But, like, this is taking a long, long time. So what
You're not
expect to sit
steering,
in the
Jeff.
same
Nessa
spot?
is. You weren't steering. Nessa was. We had this established. So
Yeah, I'm just going to walk around the ship, not steer the ship.
Okay, you
Yep.
are
So,
walking
Senshin's
around the
decided
ship.
to go
Congrats.
invent yacht.
I wanted to
Senshin's
find
decided to
coffee.
go and either play or invent Yahtzee.
Gemini's trying to find the coffee on the ship.
Or just find something to play, I guess.
Yeah.
Taishiro's still in the
Okay, you
corner
get to
worried
check
that the ship's
3
gonna sink at any
places.
point.
Roll 3 d20s. The DC is still 20. You still need to get a 20 or higher in order to find them because they were trying to hide these from Kana.
Yes,
Who's
who
vastly
is
superior to you?
Oh.
yes, and is kind of known as the strategist of the team.
And is
because-
also known as the coffee addict, which is why they hid it from her.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I
Again,
did want to do
Kana, who
before
is
was
essentially
mind
Shikamaru
link.
but older.
I wanted
Sorry.
to mind link with Ryoko so I
Oh,
could find
ship it up.
where
Yeah.
they hid him. and
She's not
Gemini
going to
was gonna go
consent
find
to
them.
that mind link.
Yeah, I didn't think so, so I just abandoned the thought. But
Yeah.
if we're gonna be here for a while, Gemini may as well try and have a squizzy and find it, just for shits and gigs, because she's gonna get bored and either terrorize people or try and occupy herself. So she's gonna just find the coffee. How many
3.
do I have to roll?
3.
3?
3d20s.
3.
Okay, you check 3
I'm assuming
spots.
that's a
None
yeah,
of them
you
managed
completely
to
failed.
get above 20, so you are not able to find any of the spots where the coffee is.
Yeah, Gemini's grumpy.
Gemini, roll a d4.
A D4?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Okay?
4-sided dice.
Alright. So,
Oh, I think I know what that means now. Yeah, I got you.
what? Did you not know what a
The
d4 was
D4.
before?
No, I was just thinking, like, why?
Because it's 4-sided dice.
Yeah, but, like,
Why we're rolling
why
it?
roll it?
Oh,
What's the
okay.
point?
Okay,
I know
okay.
why it's called the D4. It's got 4 sides.
Yes.
But yeah, it was just a matter of why. Why am I rolling a D4? I think I know why, though.
Alright, private message me it. I'm curious if you can figure it out. Honestly, if you can't, I'll just tell you guys. It's not particularly that secret or difficult to figure out.
Like the days or hours, right?
Actually, no.
Huh.
I'll wait. Alright, you don't need to private message me. Just, okay. Alright, let's see. Actually, no, it's not that either. It's just rolling for random
Oh.
encounters. There's a 1 in 4 chance of you guys getting a specific random encounter each day. So I am rolling to see how many random encounters you end up having, because I've set a couple of them up in advance. So far, you are on day 4. So far you are on to day 4, and it has been fairly uneventful. It is a 2-week journey.
Oh, see, I thought it was Gemini's like I guess rage scale. Like
No.
how likely is she to turn into
No.
her beast?
I wouldn't have been getting
No
other
one is
people to roll the
Concerned about
D4 if
that.
that
Got
was
it.
it.
Nowhere near that dangerous.
Yeah, D4 seems too small for that.
Yeah, and also because everyone else was rolling it. So you've gotten to the 9th without incident. Raijin, roll a D4.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Here we go.
Okay, the 10th passes uneventfully. Alright, David, roll for the 11th.
Alright, 1d4 coming right up. Dupe.
Alright, 11th passes uneventfully. Taishiro, 12th. So this is the first
Hey.
week.
Yep. Taishiro is still very much scared of the ocean.
Poor Taishiro.
Well, more the fact that the boat. Wow. Okay.
12th passes uneventfully. Kana.
Okay. Roll 1d4.
Alright. 13th passes uneventfully. Gemini.
So I think we just need to roll a nat 1 to be able to get the
Yeah.
thing.
Alright.
That's just
15th
odds.
passes uneventfully.
Yeah, I think
Now
so.
for Senshin.
Yeah, that figures. Eventually.
All right,
Of course,
random
Battle Boys will
encounter
roll back
time.
from battle.
Well, you managed to get most of the way through. There were only 4 days left, but lo and behold, random encounter time. So you will see what looks to be a large colony or island of some sorts that seems to be floating on some large creature's back. You're not sure you exactly recognize what it is, but it seems to have fins or wings of some sort that extend a long way in every direction. It seems like there's 2 others that are deeper in the water, and it looks like there are houses built upon their backs, and a bunch of what looks to be elves that look similar to Nessa are just living on them, apparently. A couple of them will
Gemini's in the
wave to
Little
your
cruise
bit,
ship.
ship.
yeah,
at the
right,
moment.
Robbie?
Huh?
She's been
Hmm.
spending
He,
a lot
like,
of time in the crow's nest.
He
so
PM'd me something.
she's
Okay.
She looking, yeah.
So it's a minor, completely massive One Piece spoiler, so it makes sense he PM'd me.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
One day
Yeah,
I will
don't
catch
worry.
up. One day.
I
It's all
probably
good,
will.
Alex.
Yeah, that's because you don't like it enough. Because you don't have
You
taste.
You utter mongoloid.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys are seeing that. It's well within range of your ship. It doesn't look like there's any visible cannons or weaponry on it. At least nothing particularly large or ship size. It looks like there's just a bunch of people who are basically on the equivalent of an island, which looks like a living creature, on their houses, waving at you. What do you do?
Can I do like a history check or something to see if Gemini's
I was actually gonna
like
waltz over to
visited
Nessa
a world
and
like that before,
ask-
or like
I was
seen
gonna-
people like that before? through her
I'm
travels?
gonna go talk to Net. I'm gonna go quickly check with Nessa. But are these your people, Nessa?
Or not?
Well, since
All right,
it was the one that
you
saw
make
them.
your history check real quick, and Nessa will respond to you while you do that. I mean, these are sea elves, of course, but nah, they're not exactly people that I regularly associate with. I was from one of the other manatee colonies.
That's
Okay.
a 19.
Manatee.
That's the big
Oh,
creatures
sea
that
fish,
they're
I think.
living on. All right, so you're pretty sure that you should have heard of them, but you haven't been in this realm for long enough to actually know a lot of that stuff. So, no, you strangely haven't heard of them, despite the fact that you're pretty sure you should have.
I mean, they're elf-looking so they're like fey, kind of. So
Except for the fact
That
that
does
these
make
elves are native to the regular realm, not to the Feywilds. Most of your knowledge of how
Yeah.
stuff works and a lot of stuff to do with the realms is centered around the Feywilds. So you know a lot about the
True.
Feywilds, but other places it's a bit patchy.
Okay.
So yeah,
They're
your
not gonna-
knowledge isn't exactly
they're
that
not-
great.
Gonna ram into the ship and sneak us, are they?
What? So I'll have Sage's gonna start waving back now, I guess. Just say hi.
Mm.
I don't think so. They seem peaceful so far.
Hello there, sailors. How goes things on this day?
Hi.
Hey.
Fine.
Pretty boring. What are those creatures that you're living on? They seem cool. Are they like whales?
These are giant manatees. They are the
called
base plate of
manatees, I
our
believe.
civilization.
Whoa. That's kind of. Whoa, you must go to like so many places. Like, you never have to leave your home. Like, you just tell the manatee, yo, I want to go to this island, and they take you there with your house and every. And Gemini's just like gonna.
Not quite how it works. They go wherever they
telling
choose
from
to
the
go.
crow's
If we
nest.
wish to go elsewhere, we simply build a ship and go on
Yeah.
it.
She just
I don't-
stops abruptly. What? But
We don't
these- the
control
ship-
them. We simply
you
live
could
alongside
really,
them.
Like, yeah, but like you could be friends with them and ask them politely, hey, can you take
Not
me
everyone can
there?
talk to animals, Gem.
But they should learn. I mean, I'm just saying, it could have been cool, but
So are you gonna be? So are you gonna be just passing us by?
Yes.
wait,
Well,
we should ask them if they've encountered any trouble.
Oh god, they're scared of. Look, this one's scared of the ocean, and this one's an idiot. So,
I'm not an idiot.
Actually,
I,
actually, this time she might be right. Have you guys seen any trouble up ahead, up in the path ahead?
on the path ahead. Well, we haven't exactly seen. We come from the same direction that you are coming from right now. So, we've only just recently
Wait, so we're
surfaced.
moving along the same way?
Yes, you are moving in roughly
Oh.
the same direction.
Ah,
Thought we
okay.
were passing
Would've-
them by like opposite directions.
So did I.
You've
I
just
thought they were coming
recently
from in
seen
front of
them.
us.
Like-
The reason that you were not able to see them until now was because they had not surfaced. So essentially, they were in a similar area to you, but they were deep enough underwater that you weren't specifically looking for them, and you couldn't see them until they surfaced today.
Wow.
So basically, what has been going on, there is approximately. Nessa would know this and is currently relaying this to the party. There are approximately 4 great manatees per, like, individual herd of them, I guess. And typically they will have houses on each individual one of these manatees. And what will happen is that the seasons are determined by when one will go down beneath the water and another one will rise close to the surface. So, effectively, a new season has just started for them. So, a new manatee has just recently risen to the surface, which is the one that is closest to you. The other 3 are currently at various levels underwater. But they are heading in the same direction as you.
Wait, so they can like the elvish people? They can like breathe underwater?
No,
Like the
we
sea elves,
cannot.
man.
No, we cannot, actually.
There
We
you
can
go.
hold our breath more effectively than most mortals, but that's why we stay on the topmost manatee.
Oh, so
Oh yeah, that makes
you don't
sense.
live under the water like most of the time, but you hold your breath for how long?
About an hour at a
What's-
time. That's why we stay on these ones,
Oh.
because the topmost part of the manatee is above the airflow.
I
We're
can
able to
totally
breathe.
do that, and she's gonna start holding her breath until her face goes red.
Okay, your constitution modifier is a +0, so you can hold your breath for 1 minute until you feel that if you don't breathe, you will pass out.
Little buddy's
We're
gonna
getting
tap
close
me
there,
on the
Jim.
shoulder to stop.
Okay, alright. And she will
Jem,
take a
you've got
breath
whole
after
59
1
minutes
minute.
left to go.
Okay, maybe I can't do it for an hour, but if I jumped like an hour ahead and then held my breath, it was for an hour.
That's not how this works, Gemini.
Hey, you just let me have my moment.
If we're talking about it, your own local. If you look, considering how your ability works, it would be your own local time, which is different to the amount of time you skip. You do not technically pass or age that amount of time, therefore it doesn't happen for you. So it would still be the same amount of time.
You just had to ruin the one interesting thing I've had in this voyage. It's been so boring. Being a pirate is boring.
So we're not. So
You're
We're
not a
not-
pirate.
Where's the treasure at? Where's the yo ho?
We're not a
It's
pirate.
for
We're
me.
not.
This stinks.
We're not.
And then she just
we're not
gonna throw
pirates.
her hat on the ground and then go to stomp on it, reconsider, and put it back on her head. I kinda
You know what?
like
We're
the
not
hat,
even-
though.
We're not even pirates.
And she's just gonna stomp off. It's nice meeting you guys, but I need a moment. She's just
Yeah,
gonna
let's-
take some pancakes out her bag while she kind of sobs in the corner for a second.
Jesus. Rajan, deal with any. Please,
Are your
talk to CLs.
are your friends all right? Do you need any assistance?
No, she's just. Well,
Okay,
kind of
Gemini's gonna
stupid.
stand up suddenly. You have any plants? Like really cool ones?
Oh,
Do not offer her
Jesus.
plants.
Do not.
Well, I mean, if you would like to
No.
come over for a meal, there are some that we could offer to serve you if you would be willing to talk for a bit.
Let's
I
have dinner
mean-
there. I want to have dinner on a giant manatee.
We are not
it's-
eating the giant manatee. That is the
No,
creature
no,
that
no,
we
no,
live
no, no,
on.
no, no.
He's
I
vegetarian
wanna
anyway.
eat, like on top of the manatee. Like I wanna have like a dinner on top of. It's
It's
such
also
a
a-
weird sentence.
She's also a You know,
Yes,
she's
you
a
want to top the
vegetarian.
manatee.
Okay, actually, she's actually a vegetarian. She wouldn't eat the manatee anyway.
Yeah, I'd probably make friends with it. Ask it how it's doing.
Rico, how are our supplies
The
looking?
manatee would be far more likely to eat her than she would be to eat the manatee. I can say that much.
Everyone asks what
We
is
aren't
the
trying to
manatee, not
eat the
how is
manatee.
the manatee.
Kana's just gonna turn to Rico and just Rico, what are our supplies looking like?
There,
Yeah, Rico.
well, when we're, I don't know exactly what you were implying there, Gemini, but our
Nothing.
supplies are looking fine for everything
Yeah.
except for the coffee, which appears to have gone missing when it was stolen a couple of days ago. Or, no, it was over a week ago now.
Who lost the? Do you guys have any coffee over there?
Oh Jesus! Don't give her
Sure, I
coffee.
do. And Gemini's gonna offer a cup of suspicious-looking tea that's made out of fairy pumpkin.
No, there's no one here who would take anything offered by you
Yeah,
without
I know,
knowing
but
the
she's
effects.
still gonna try. That doesn't mean she's not gonna try. On the
Kana,
off chance
are you
that
desperate
might.
enough to trust anything that Gemini gives you?
No.
Yes, exactly. Because Gemini, you have a reputation for being rather untrustworthy.
But very, very kind and offering.
Very, very
No,
untrustworthy,
mostly
though. You are
untrustworthy.
very kind in offering of drugs, and everyone knows that what you offer them is always drugs. Hence why they don't take it.
It's like
I mean,
Aristotle
she
dialed up
did
to 11.
solve quite a few problems at one time.
I'd say dial it back to 8.
You'll suck. Gemini's just gonna sip on the tea like, fine. I'll just have
We
it."
know it's drugs, Gemini. We all know
Maybe
it's drugs.
it'll make you feel a bit better, cause coffee is drugs. You ever
You
think what
take
the
nothing but
caffeine's doing to your
downers.
brain?
Not really.
Yeah, see, that's your problem.
No, my problem is annoying people,
And narcolepsy.
Like Senshin.
which is also due to annoying people. Do you have any coffee or not?
Yes? Of course we do. We are a civilized people, after all.
See?
Coffee or
Nah.
not, I want to go for dinner.
I mean, I was also saying, isn't it up to the king more than any of our specific decisions?
The
That is
king.
true. That is
well-
true.
Okay. The king has
King is
been
the-
under the under the deck for most of the voyage. It looks like he isn't exactly feeling the best, and for some strange reason he seems to feel better when underneath the deck, so he's not exactly the best with sea travel, but it was a necessity considering how expensive it is for teleportation. It's technically possible for you guys to teleport there, but the
I
king
just
does
don't want-
not want to spend that amount of money, so he is picking the cheaper option, which is by
Considering we're
boat, which
already
takes
going
several
to-
weeks.
Also, we do not want to play the Gemini roulette of teleportation.
Gemini
No,
roulette,
like,
that's a
we're
good
talking
idea.
properly
I'm gonna
well
write that down.
organized teleportation that's built into the infrastructure. It's just that
Mm.
it costs
A
lot.
lot of money.
it
Yeah.
like it probably costs at least 100 gold every time.
Yeah,
It's pricey.
Look, I'm aware. No, the thing is, there were two options. Well, three options really.
Yeah,
We had
this isn't
roulette,
Gemini
which we're not
teleportation.
taking.
Yeah,
There's Gemini roulette, which is too risky. There's
No.
Gemini
regular
roulette
teleportation.
will land you in the
Different thing.
Feywilds or in hell.
Yeah,
Gemini
which-
roulette is a whole different thing that I will create. That is a great idea. Boy, you've
Fantastic.
made a mistake giving me that idea.
Gemini roulette. If you get a crit, if you get a nat 1, you end up in the abyss and you die forever. And your soul no longer exists and you need to make a new character. That is Gemini roulette. That's actually how the last
Yes, sir.
Gemini died. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
The lost Gemini.
I mean, we know Gemini has clones. She's
Yeah.
only said it 14 times.
Yeah, Gemini has an island that, for some stupid fucking reason, has a ton of clones on it.
Just
Gemini doesn't even know. Her friends don't even know why she has a bunch of clones. Neither does her spirit guide, who allegedly
should
has
really
been
read
watching
the
her
book
this entire
sometime.
time.
I should read the book sometime. Like that
That's a
probably will
book on
tell
this
me
shit?
the answer one day.
You
we'll work
can.
that out
I
eventually.
mean,
okay,
You are in a
mean-
relatively safe spot if you
Yes.
want.
guys.
I
Guys.
also don't want to disrupt the party too much.
Guys.
like-
We should ask the king because we shouldn't leave him less defended at
That's
any
true.
point, especially not in the ocean.
Especially not with. Well, they seem like nice enough people, but looks
They
can be
do,
deceiving.
but not even
Um,
that. Even if they're nice people, there's still a chance we have issues with sea monsters.
That's true.
But maybe the king will feel a bit less seasick. I mean, yeah, there's still
No,
manatees,
that's
like, but be
Gemini.
more stable.
Gemini. Our concern is more so what the king wants. Our own things will be secondary in this
Alright,
area.
I'll head
The
under board.
king,
I'll
the
head on.
king.
I'll head on the deck and ask Mr. Ferdinand what he thinks of this situation.
Okay.
Try not to
Um,
insult our guests before I get
Alright.
back.
Got it. I'll keep Gemini
Kana,
shut up
make
and
a
I'll have
perception
Raj
check.
do the talking.
I wasn't planning on doing the talking anyway. I was just planning on observing and putting in my 2 cents here and there. But that's fine.
That is
that's fine.
talking. That is talking, Gemini.
It's not really like taking control of the conversation. It's just
That
putting
was
in
not
a
what we said.
comment
We
here
said
and there.
talking.
Yeah, we're just
Your
putting in a
comments are
comment here and
dangerous.
there. You're dangerous.
No, I
Correct.
think canonically we have determined that even Azura is somehow less dangerous to the party than Gemini. And no,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
because
talking
some-
about beast mode. Beast mode is somehow an improvement.
Yeah, well,
One's significantly less detrimental to the party.
you guys
True.
were the ones that said that big chaos is better than little chaos. Because
Yes,
little
but
chaos is annoying.
Sudden bursts of big chaos instead of constant bursts of it. If you keep it at a constant level, it starts.
Oh,
basically
yeah,
the thing
yeah,
is
I know
you've
that,
gotta-
which is why I was planning on shutting up and putting in a comment
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah,
But
the
just
thing
a
is,
comment, nothing major.
yes, it's
Nothing
also
like
just let people.
interrogating.
It's let people
Fair enough.
talk mostly. You don't always need to interject. Something I had to learn, and I don't know if I've mastered.
You definitely haven't.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
Gemini, she wanted to like watch the whole like who stole the coffee because that's very like
Yes,
detective.
it's
So
which
Yeah.
I
that's
it
the
makes
only
can't
sense.
reason
see
why
that-
she was there
you can't see
interjecting.
go
But other
down
than
and
that,
ask
like
the
I would have
king.
just shut up.
Yeah,
Guys,
and
Just so we're abundantly clear, you do not need to state that you are just watching or just listening. That is implied. You do not need to constantly say what you are doing if what you are doing is literally nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
You only need to say you are doing something if you are actually doing something, or if you are specifically asked to respond to something, in which case it is appropriate to say, I choose to do nothing. but just
Okay.
constantly interrupting what everyone else is doing and saying to say, I'm doing nothing, is not helpful, and it is unnecessarily disruptive.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm having Rajan do the talking, and Session's watching Gemini.
Yeah,
And I
like
was
with
just saying that Anna's
interrogating
going down
suspects
to-
and that
I
kind
wasn't
of thing.
complaining about Kana.
Just wanted to check that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we good?
Yeah, so Kana is heading downstairs. Kana, make a perception check, please.
Okay, that's concerning when you're going to check on the king.
No, not really, surprisingly.
Well, we don't know that until now,
Okay.
I assume.
You don't smell
15.
anything.
Oh,
I don't
right,
smell
coffee.
anything. Oh yeah.
The king opens his door. You don't smell anything unusual. And he will just say, I apologize for my not showing up as of recently. I trust that things have been relatively uneventful.
Relatively. We had a minor mutiny, but that's about it.
A concerning type of mutiny or a regular type of mutiny for this group?
Regular for the group. Nothing to worry your head about, Mr. Ferdinand.
That is why I checked whether it was a regular mutiny or whether it was this group's regular mutiny.
Well, we've very recently run into a situation. It seems that a group of sea elves have just surfaced on their local manatee.
Did they
Now, we
seem to
could-
recognize our colors, or just respond to us as any other ship?
They seem to just respond to us as any other ship.
Hmm.
I don't believe they recognize us directly.
All
They've
right.
offered to have us over for some pleasantries, dinner, drinks, that sort of thing.
Well, I doubt it would be harmful.
Just
Do
wanted
you
to
have
make
any
sure that
suspicions of them?
nothing I can say nothing beyond my general suspicions for everyone.
Fair enough. Well, if you trust their
Necessary
response, then I think it would be a good choice to go over there and perhaps foster good relations with them. It can't exactly do harm to be more friendly with more of the nations surrounding ours, or, in this case,
Yes.
floating organizations.
Let us hope that it does not. Well,
All right.
try to take it easy, and I'm not sure, but this may end up causing a slight delay in our overall time.
That should
Not
be
sure.
fine. It shouldn't cause more than a day's delay.
Very well. Also, we can't find. Also, the mutiny was that everyone is hiding the coffee, and she's just going to leave the room.
Is she checking for a response?
She'll listen, but she's not going to respond back.
He will not say anything. Okay. All right. And the king will carefully close the door behind him. And
Then hit the
then
sounds
walk
of vigorous
upstairs.
vomiting. And then the sounds of vigorous vomiting.
Oh no.
Just
As in, he has left the room and he is closing the door and locking it so that other people cannot go into his room as he is leaving. It's like closing and locking the door behind you as you leave your apartment.
I know. I was taking the check about him throwing up all over the floor because he's massively seasick.
He was massively seasick. He is doing better now.
That is good.
He's got his sea legs.
Yes. Took him long enough. But yes.
He ain't a filthy landlubber anymore.
I'm sure you guys can guess exactly what is going on here.
Oh yeah, I think I
Yeah.
know, but
He's snorting the coffee.
No!
I mean,
He is
Barry Pumpkin
complicit
decided to
in the
snort
plan
the
to hide the
coffee.
coffee from Kana to make sure that she doesn't drink it all.
yes, I am
Can't
fairly
he
aware
just
of that.
pass a law that's like you cannot drink as much coffee?
Not on international waters.
Oh, true. That is, it'd be unreasonable to do that law and completely just a bit fucked up, but
Plus,
doesn't mean you can't
considering
do
the
it.
recent-
like,
plus considering the recent situation, applying completely arbitrary laws regarding how much coffee people can consume might cause an actual civil war.
oh yeah, but it'd only be
Or
for Kana,
divine
though.
divine retribution.
It'd be specifically named.
He needs to be a good king. So,
Yeah.
yeah. he can't actually
Anyway.
put a
And he's
law
helping
in
us
place
stop
doing
the
that.
coffee
Anyway,
addiction.
Yeah, Kana's just gonna go back up and just be like, well, Mr. Ferdinand seems to think that it's okay, so
And
Done
he
okay?
will
Sweet.
appear above decks a minute later, and I apologize for my absence. I have been gathering my sea legs, but I appear to have found them as of late.
Did you
3
like
days out
forget
from
to pack them
landing.
for a bit?
So
Forgot
she's
they
just
were
come-
in your suitcase.
You got them 3 days out from landing. Wow, that's record time.
Well, I need to get more used to sea voyages.
yes, you do. Yes, you do, Mr. Ferdinand. Yes,
You
you
also
do.
need to ditch the crown for a big pirate hat because they look
I mean-
really cool on a ship.
He
like
isn't
this.
wearing a crown right now, you will notice.
Oh. You should get a pirate hat anyway.
I
Where's
am
your
not a
crown, by
pirate,
the
so I
way?
doubt that would
Just
be a
so-
good
Just
decision.
so I know where not to go.
Don't tell her anything ever.
I just want to make sure no one
No.
is there stealing it. Is all.
So you could steal it first. Yeah, no, not happening.
I don't want to steal it. And she's gonna look really, really offended.
I'm not- the
wear
facial
it for,
expression will
a
not
few
change.
minutes. just
I have
wanna
no
wear it for a
reason
few minutes
to
and put
inform
it
you of
back,
the
that's
exact
all.
location of my crown.
I just wanted to feel like royalty for 5 minutes, and then she's gonna stomp off.
I hate dealing with children.
She just wanted to wear the
Trust
crown
me.
for a few minutes and put it back.
Trust
She
me,
never
Jem,
intended on
being-
stealing it.
Trust me, Jem, being high up on the ladder isn't all it's cut out to be.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Really?
it sounds boring.
I mean,
Who
you
would
gotta
want-
follow the law and stuff, but you get pretty jewelry and you get to meet people and like be in a castle and
heroes, and all the best heroes in history were people of
Royalty.
high esteem.
yeah,
No, they
you're right.
weren't.
You're right.
Most heroes came from dirt.
I
Yeah,
should
but they were still
marry
held.
into a
They were
royal
still held with pretty
family.
high esteem.
Yes, because of their achievements, not their status or where they were born.
Mr. King, do you have any like sons that I can marry? Because
Okay.
I'd love
No.
to be royalty.
Actually,
You were
that's an
9.
interesting case
I
study.
have a
First you were-
daughter who is
I mean-
married, and I have no further children because I do not
Oh.
have a partner. Also, you appear as a child.
Yeah, that didn't happen then, never.
Yes. Just a formality there. I'm over 4,000 years old.
I'm
I
mad at
possibly
you, kid.
could be 4 million, but I chose to be born a bit later than that.
Cool, you still look like a kid, Jem, so no one wants to fuck you except weirdos.
I don't want that. I just want to be a royal.
Well, good luck with that,
You can
because marriage is
count
the
your
only
own-
way, and reproduction is a very important part of royalty.
Actually, if you
It
find a large
is?
Very
if you find
important.
a
It
large enough
is.
landmass, I think you can.
Ew.
I think you could just claim it as your own and establish yourself as royalty there, right?
Well, I mean, not really.
Royalty
what the
over
Council of
what
Kings-
exactly? To be
land.
royalty, you require subjects. You require people to be willing to accept you as
Wait.
the ruler of a particular area. Whether that
Gemini's island full of clones. The clones are
That-
the subjects.
technically no, because that is not her island. That is just an island where she has a bunch of clones, which are not
Yeah.
active.
You're not
The way
royalty,
that
never will
clones
be
work
royalty
in
stuff
this
anyway.
universe is that
Well,
they are
the way that
essentially
these work.
soulless meat husks, kind of like homunculi,
damn
except
it.
for the fact that they have no soul and they have no mind. The only time they will
God
have a
damn
soul or a mind is if
Who's the
Gemini
bad
dies.
guy?
What was that?
If she dies, that's the only way. But she
Mm.
still won't be royalty.
No, she
You'll
won't
never
be
be
because it's just a
royal.
bunch of
I'll never
clones.
be royal.
Gemini honestly just wants it for the look, the status, and the castle. That's what she
Probably
wants.
We
the-
know.
Probably the reason
She
why
doesn't
does.
care
died.
about the
Shouldn't get
laws.
it.
She doesn't care
Nobody-
about ruling the people or
We're
anything.
fully
She
aware.
just
Why do you
wants
think we're
the
all
scepter.
saying no? Just no.
It's like, guys, if you
Well, then
guys-
where
Oh,
will I get a
oh,
crown
see,
Robbie's
okay.
from?
going- Robbie's
He's
leaving.
doing. He's got something to do for a sec, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We're not going to be getting anything productive done in the next 10 minutes anyway because everyone's too busily trying to discuss
Eating.
Calm down.
the
calm
fact
down,
that
Gemini's
Gemini
bullshit.
is not suitable royalty because she cannot run a party, let alone a kingdom.
A country. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
So
No, I
you
said
vote
a
in
party.
Humanity?
I said by
Well,
party, I mean
while,
4 people. She could not manage 4
while,
people, including herself,
while
let
Robbie's,
alone.
Yeah, she can't
while
manage
Robbie's gone, I'm
herself.
gonna be right back too. Just go pee.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And then we go to the manatee for dinner,
Mm.
if we're ready.
Yeah. You're not suitable royalty. You never will be. Unless you grow up, which good luck with that.
Yeah, and you'll never be smart. Good luck with that.
I'm decently smart enough on my own. I just don't need to, worry about it too hard since I mostly train in physical talents.
I'm buff too, and she's just gonna like start flexing.
Do you want to attempt to show any actual feat of strength, i.e., picking up something heavy?
Nope. She knows she's not strong, so she's not actually gonna do it. But she's just gonna like, sure, like do her bicep thing, do like the whole like squatting down, grr, like posing like a bodybuilder would. That's what she's doing. She's
I
not
didn't
gonna
see a
try
single.
and pick something
I didn't
up.
see your. I barely saw your muscle definition at all, so I won't really believe you. But sure,
Oh, so you're blind as well. Get this man some glasses.
I have magic eyes that do the opposite of blindness.
Okay, guess you gotta go check that out because it ain't working too well. I am strong.
Yeah, turned off. And also, no, you are not. You are very much not strong. David is strong. Slaps stomach while he's not paying attention.
Yeah.
That abs, those are strong. You are weedy and gloopy. You are not strong.
I'm not gloopy.
I guess David feel appreciated. Thank you, boss.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast an illusion spell to look exactly like David.
Okay,
Okay.
you look
Right,
like David.
Okay,
Okay.
I can still see through it with my magic eye powers.
Are your magic eye powers on?
I mean, I could turn them on. Sure, I'll just turn them on and say, "Yep, still weedy and tiny."
Okay, David's gonna do a little trickery himself. He's gonna throw down the illusion rune and transform into Gemini.
Oh yeah, boy!
So
Yes,
you two just
this
transform
is the
into
good
each other, and
chaos.
Sention's using his Sharingan to see you both as normal.
Well, switch
Do you-
places, huh? Nice little trick, Gem.
Do you think we could fool Taishiro?
Probably.
Hmm. Yes.
I mean-
David would have to mimic voice.
You gotta
Should
be a little bit more
I mean-
high pitched.
The way you could do that, or maybe one of you could talk for the other person, and the other one just opens and closes their mouth.
Hmm.
I think I could sound like David. Me,
Alright.
David,
God.
I like beer.
Yes.
I have rune. Beer. Yeah, see?
Tension, what are the idiots doing? They're tricking Taishiro, I think. Honestly, I lost track about 4 minutes ago. I told Gemini she wasn't strong, like physically at all, because, not. She just isn't. And
Crying on the inside, by the way.
you don't train physically. What do you want from me? Your talents are in magical energy at the back. You ain't
Could
physically
you
strong.
imagine that though? A 9-year-old being really buff like a bodybuilder because they go to the gym every day.
Yeah,
That
like,
would be entertaining, but
I'm not
Gemini
strong,
is not
so
that.
Careful who you call weak in middle school.
They'll come back from summer holidays buff as shit and fucking break your back over a locker.
I look like a bloody cloud. That muscly.
It's like
Yeah,
they
we-
got those fucking chewy marshmallows. That's just all you look like.
God, that'd be great.
It would be, honestly. I'd love
Yeah.
it.
It's just the hench as fuck 50-year-old Senshin with the hench as fuck however old David is.
How old is David?
Man, what age would David be? I think he made him at least. Wait, David counts by rune, so it's like, let's see. Destroy undead, light, fairy fire, beer, wine. No, wine's not invented yet. Apple.
Wine's invented. What are you on about?
It's beer rune, as in, or his wine rune, which he doesn't have.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, DM voice. David doesn't have that yet.
That was the Liam voice, but okay.
Well, there were two different voices there. He was also referring to your DM voice.
Okay.
Listen to the voice.
Okay. I'm gonna. Man, I'm not going to do a good Gemini voice, but I definitely want to try with Taishiro.
All right,
no,
both of you
I don't
roll a
know.
performance check to determine whether you do the other person's voice and mannerisms well. And then when Taishiro gets back, I'll get him to do a perception check.
Actually, I was just asking because I want to hear your actual stats specifically.
Oh
Uh,
no.
Nice. So yeah, I was just curious, how much does David weigh and how tall is he?
Okay, let me see. I mean, David is a giant, so...
I want to see the difference here between David and Gemini.
I love how they're just both trying to imitate each other despite the fact that they are polar opposites in terms of, you know, sex, build,
Body.
strength, everything. Just everything physical, they are somehow opposites.
Like Gemini sat on David's shoulder before.
Oh, wait,
Um,
I have an even better idea. Technically, you're David, so you can sit on Gemini's shoulder, so you can say that Gemini's really strong.
Yeah, boy.
I
This
guess.
is why
Go ahead.
David's
I can.
the best of the party for Gemini.
I can still see I mean, since you can still see through everything because magic eye powers, but whatever. Yeah, I was just curious. How much does David weigh, by the way?
Hmm.
And his
Okay.
height.
Because Dave, because Sentient's 180 pounds, which is about 81 kilos.
I'd say
Wow.
that... Wow, yeah, that is heavy. I'd say that... I don't know. It's
I
kind
mean,
of hard.
the thing is, it's a lot of it's muscle, and muscle is a lot heavier than fat. So
That is true. I'd say 7
Steel
feet.
is heavier than feathers.
You're heavier than
Please tell
feathers.
me you've seen that.
I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Steel is heavier than
That's what it reminded
feathers.
me of.
No.
Steel is
no,
heavier
they're-
than
they're
feathers,
both-
love.
they're-
I don't know what the
both-
fuck that
No,
accent
that's
was.
cheating. That's too
But-
many feathers.
No.
Yes,
You see
but they weigh the
the
same.
because there's the amount. But steel is heavier than feathers.
That's too many feathers. You're not allowed to have that many feathers.
What
the fuck are you on about, love?
Man.
Steel is heavier. I just love it.
Wait,
Yeah.
isn't the dude British?
Oh.
I believe it's Scottish.
Scottish.
Wow. Okay. So Sentient is 180. Raijin I put as 110, and she weighs just under 50 kilos.
Raijin
is
is
30
tiny.
kilos less than-
No wonder Senshin is so easily able to just scoop her up even when he's got a massive nosebleed and is going unconscious.
Oh, I still remember that.
Yeah.
So she's 5'6" and weighs 110. Meanwhile, Sentient is, well, to be fair, Sentient rolls on a higher level of health die because he's built, well, like a brick shit house. If a brick
Yeah.
shit house took steroids.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is what happens when
hmm.
he trains for like 20 hours a day.
Okay. I
He
think
trains
I
while
have-
asleep.
I think
Yes,
I-
he does.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I think I have stats that might. Don't know where I wrote them down. I'd probably
Are
say-
they in your character sheet? Because we have like the thing like name, alignment, gender, height, etc.
I haven't actually written it down yet.
Oh, yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I'd
see.
probably
I'm gonna.
say-
So, if you're, how tall are you? Because that'll give me an idea of how much I can put your weight as.
Yeah. So, what is the average height of a giant?
Of Goliath, let me check on D&D Beyond. They probably have some tables there that indicate it. They're definitely a lot taller than the average human because obviously they're
Lighter than
typically...
the average ape.
More than
Uh,
your average bear.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. This illusion trick is going to look so cool.
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
looking forward to
back.
seeing how Taishiro reacts. Hey, Taishiro, make a perception check for no reason in particular.
Well, that's the thing you want to hear when you just come back. I'm looking forward to seeing how this character reacts. Hey, this character, make a perception check.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
I'm not
well,
going to give you any context. You just need to make a perception check. Also,
That's a flat 12.
oh, finally, I found the Goliath one. Okay.
That still
What
fails,
did
though,
you
right?
two get on your checks? It was performance, by the way.
9.
5.
Okay, yep, alright. Well, in that case, it looks strange. Do you want to describe what you attempted to make it look like?
I guess
Um,
I guess I can try. Essentially, you'll see Jem somehow carrying David.
on my shoulder.
Yeah.
At 4'8", 27 kilos, she's carrying David on her shoulder.
Guys, I think the ocean is trying to get me to is trying to force me into seeing things.
I'm playing along with this. So just gonna mumble that under his voice. What do you want about? Everything's normal as he's gonna walk around with his still with the Mugen gun active because I don't think Taisha has seen that on for long.
Nope, I don't think he has. I think you only had that on for ages in the Feywilds when Taishiro wasn't there. When
Yeah,
Lucky the
so-
shit dragon decided to help you cheat at cards.
So what you'll just
you guys
see
went
is
to the Feywilds?
yeah, we played
Yeah.
cards there. Well,
Yeah.
Gemini failed at playing cards while the rest of us drunk ourselves into a stupor, and Raijin potty trained her new baby dragon.
Yep, that's how that went.
Guy,
And so
Guys,
what you'll
what's
just see
going
is
on?
Sen
Why
walk
is
out from
Gem-
behind. What's
why
wrong?
is Jem bench pressing David?
I don't know what's wrong. And Sen will just walk out with his eyes are just all rainbow and like rotating constantly with no pupil. Is there something wrong, Taishiro?
Why do you have your Mugen gun activated?
You haven't actually seen me activate it for
I've
more
seen
than
you
a
use
six.
it. Tashiro's
No,
seen you
you've
use
seen
it.
it. No, he's seen it use it for 6 seconds, and I turned it off before he even looked at my eyes properly.
I mean,
He hasn't actually seen it constantly on. When he did, it was when I was Ashura.
Thing.
No, he saw it. The longest he saw it was when it was Ashura using it.
Yeah,
Still would have been
like
a-
this before.
No,
No,
you
that still
barely
would have
saw.
been a good. It still would have been
Gemini
a long
bench
time.
this
'cause-
much.
Yeah, but as Ashura, so you'd associate with Ashura, not Senshin.
Yeah, you just see like Jem / Dave doing bicep curls.
And both Raijin and Senshin are just gonna walk out with the rainbow spinny eyes.
Senshin. Wait. Oh no! And Tashiro's gonna draw his sword and just, guys, look, Ashura's trying to take over Senshin again.
Stop
And
eating the mic.
I'm not.
He wasn't. He was moving, and he got his mouth got closer to the mic than he meant.
Okay.
Tashiro's Ashura's taking over Tashiro.
How is he taking over Taishiro? He doesn't even
Again.
possess Taishiro.
Twist?
What's wrong,
okay,
little
Tashiro's going to
one?
attack. Tashiro's going to attack.
Let's see how this goes.
Oh no.
I have a high AC. I should be fine.
Innocent
Taishiro, roll to hit
Not Taishiro.
Senshin.
Is fighting Senshin.
Are you guys
yeah.
done bullying the child yet?
Not until I get stabbed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does that stab you
David's
successfully?
Gemini impression.
Does he stab me? Wait, what's your buff? Do you stab me successfully?
That's a journeyman profession. That's just journeyman proficiency. So plus, what was that? 4, 5, plus 5. No.
Journeyman's +4. Okay, 21. Yeah, you hit. You actually stabbed me.
It's just get out of it! Get out of Senshin! And he's just gonna stab. He's gonna stab straight through and just. Oh,
I'll
Senshin,
stab it. Yeah,
Ashura!
roll your damage. I want to see how much you actually do.
Oh no, that's Kana. Okay, sweet. That plus 4 is 10.
And damage. Just
10
stab my
damage,
shoulder.
straight to the shoulder, I guess.
So his face will take a second, and then he'll start flinching, and then oh shit, that was such a bad idea. Why? Just like kills
Gemini.
in pain.
Gemini looking at
Ashura was trying
David
to take over
Gemini.
you again, so I had to.
No, he wasn't. We were just messing with you.
What?
David,
My
David,
shoulder.
this is taking weird turn.
God,
Is this how you usually speak? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Oh
I
yes,
think.
yes.
Jesus, he had an artery.
Needing
God,
big
this
rune
hurts.
will solve pain. Haha.
And
Sorry.
do you
Sorry, I
Yeah,
thought that.
do you want some
Why?
pancakes with that, Taishiro?
Taishiro is just like,
That was pretty good.
what is happening? Senshin, I stabbed Senshin and Ashura and the pancakes and.
I'm just gonna walk up as David, just like,
You're freaking him.
all buff looking, right in front of Taishiro, and then remove the illusion.
Yeah.
Gotcha!
Yeah.
Right, so Raijin also dropped the what's it called again? Raijin had dropped Thaumaturgy once, said she got stabbed. She just oh no.
So,
Yeah.
it
God,
was just
the
a
time is a
prank.
laser guided dick back to my ass.
That was just a prank, but I've been wanting to do that for a while now, so
Yeah.
kind of went well, I think.
Right?
But are
A
you
lot of
okay?
fun.
Do you want
Kinda.
someone to try and help you there, Ascension? That looks painful.
Gemini is David, and David is Gemini.
God,
and
he went through
Pancakes
the other
is Senshin,
side.
and Ashura is eyeballs, and
Ah, you know it, mate. And David's just gonna start skipping around this Gemini.
Now there's
So now there's two Geminis. Oh god!
We're gonna
Oh, God.
Oh god, there's two Geminis!
hand in hand, figure out
Wait.
who's who.
Why are you people freaking heal me?
Lil Buddy
Oh,
is just
oh,
gonna
fine.
sit on one of the Geminis, whichever one is closer to Taishiro, and just go meow and just bap to try and see if there's an illusion there, and we'll then just settle in.
okay. Just hang on. Senshin. Here. Taishiro's gonna start singing.
While the two Geminis skip around.
yes.
I just love the idea of, doing that one. He's like, sure, I'll stop you. Stab Senshin. He has like a second of, okay, just take the pain. Continue to take the dump. I can take the pain.
And as we're skipping, I want to call you. Do you want a pancake to ease the pain a little? Like it'll help. But yeah, or maybe some
Okay,
tea.
you receive
Yeah. With
7
extra
points of
pumpkin.
healing, Senshin, and have 10 HP.
I like how you think, other Gemini.
Sweet. How much? So how much healing was that again, by the way?
7.
7 healing. Sweet. Okay, so I'm up numbers. Okay. Added in.
Right,
Okay.
up numbers.
So I would like to point out this happened all on the deck with the other people watching us.
Yeah,
And
they're just
laughing,
waiting for us
laughing.
to go to dinner while we're fucking around here.
They will call over and say, "Is everything okay? Have you been hit with a form of sea madness? I've heard that it is an issue with a lot of ships."
Oh,
Gemini's gonna
God,
laugh
my
like
shoulder.
maniac
I
like.
have
Haha,
none-
we were already mad.
Wait, you mean that
Just keep
you mean that
skipping.
people can go? You
Yeah.
mean that people can be sent mad on seas as well? Why did we pick a boat? Why did we pick a boat?
If they run out of water,
Tash-
then they typically are driven mad by the lack of essentials. Provided you have enough resources, you should be fine. We're sending a rescue party over, and you'll just see that a whole bunch of them will just pile into what looks like a small
so
rowboat,
we-
and will just start
so-
paddling over to the ship with a
Right-
bunch
right,
of
you just-
resources.
Raishin just goes, no, we're good. We were just messing with one of our friends and it went very poorly and he may have stabbed one of us.
I thought that Ashura was gonna get out and ruin everything.
No! He would just, why would he do it like that? He'd just get out.
I don't know what he does.
You,
I mean,
he beat your
I
ass.
can
You're very well
understand,
aware of what he
yeah.
does.
I think it's a perfect reaction. I mean, it's understandable. It's just a shame you got hurt, Senshin.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
have been
okay?
sorry,
Is
Senshin.
someone healing you?
Taishiro has.
just did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Taishiro just healed him.
Are
So.
you still in pain? Do you need anything?
I'm such a fucking ever-loving banana Scheiße.
What?
Okay, so while Senshin is in pain, I'm gonna offer some fairy pumpkin tea.
Stop offering everyone drugs!
I'm hoping that the pain will distract him enough that he'll just take the tea. Like,
Alright,
Well-
Senshin, do you take stuff from Gemini while you are distracted by being in incredible pain, bearing in mind the fact that the drugs might actually somehow be helpful in this scenario for once?
He just takes it anyway. Just
Medication is drugs, technically, so...
I'll roll the con save
Hang
because
on.
regardless,
Hang on
I'll
then.
resist the effects. It's funnier. I like to try to resist the effects and see if it works. Okay, so I'm
Let's
assuming this
see.
is doped.
Yes, heavily.
Of course.
This is dope. Full stop.
Fair
Okay,
pumpkin.
I rolled a 22.
Nice.
Succeeds. So you are not high unless you want to be.
No, I like the fact that he never because you've fed
Never.
this stuff to me so many times and you've never gotten him high.
Well, I've fed pancakes to you. I haven't tried giving you fairy pumpkin tea. Because fairy
Yeah.
pumpkin can be ground up into a flour, so Gemini just decided that could be used
I'm gonna
as
make
a
it
tea,
tea.
maybe.
Yeah.
So she
But-
just was like, I'll try that and see if it works. And
I mean, my point
I'm
is, no
hoping
matter
it
how much.
tastes good.
The point is, I don't think I've barely ever failed my con saves except when I was eating regular food.
Yeah. it just
Somehow,
casually choke on
you
it.
fail con saves against food more than you fail them against drugs and alcohol. Somehow.
Yeah, I am
Very
immune
convenient.
to any. I am immune. Like we've established this already because of how well I rolled during the drink contest. I'm flat out immune to any normal beer.
Yeah.
Like I cannot get
shame,
drunk
really.
from regular beer. I can only
Unless
get
you
drunk from
really want
anything
to.
ancient.
So basically, the
Yeah.
only way you can fail is if you choose to fail. And even then, it
Yeah.
requires a lot.
Which is that it's something about Sentient's ridiculous endurance to poisons.
Yeah.
Probably
It's like
because
a
he spent so
challenge for
much time
Gemini.
around Gemini, who is constantly attempting to poison everybody.
But not
Especially
everyone.
Sentient.
Only the people I care about.
Yeah,
So
sorry,
Sentient mostly
only
you
your
poison.
friends. Only your
Yeah.
friends. They're the only ones you want to poison. Thank God you aren't a princess, because my God, you would be a terrible one.
Thank God I'm not a king, because my God, I'd be a terrible one.
Oh, cool! Evil
You
Totoro.
couldn't be a king because you are female.
I could
Th-
be a
there
king
is a
if I want,
requirement.
It's just a
Yes,
title.
I know
I know, that's not
Artoria
true.
exists. I'm not counting her.
It's just a title. I could be king if I want. I mean, look at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Look at Cleopatra.
I've only seen the first one, and also
We do need to
Cleopatra
watch the
was
rest of
never
them.
a king. She was a pharaoh.
She
That
could
is
have
a
been
different
king.
thing.
Yes.
Pharaoh is
Pretty
still
well.
considered, you know. We're getting too.
It's
deep
also
here, no.
royalty, but it's not technically a king.
Did we ever work out how much David was in height and weight? By the way, I think we got distracted with.
No,
similar
Yeah, we
D&D
haven't
Beyond
found
was not very helpful. The stuff that it gave basically just said they were approximately the same range of height and weight as humans, which seems stupid to me. So I'm gonna go around and look through some other tall races and see if I can get anything better that isn't
Fair
complete
enough.
shit.
How
I was gonna say around.
big
I was gonna
is-
say
Yes.
around 7 foot.
Have you guys
Uh,
finished traumatizing
giant.
the child? Kana's just gonna walk over.
Was
and
Kana just doing nothing that entire time while Taishiro was being traumatized?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, way to
Fine.
go, Kana.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Awesome, isn't she?
Excellent parent.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I loved
It
it.
Yeah,
says,
that
it
was
says
great.
you. It says y'all.
She is a
Oh.
great adult supervision. Wow, I'm so proud
And
that
it's-
she's the one
we went-
supervising this party.
We weren't being parents. We were being idiots. There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course.
I can't believe you got in on that prank, Senshin. It's not like you.
Just
Well,
loud
well,
swearing.
you got what was coming for you.
Why only
You got what was
me?
coming to you. Now, what do you say, Senshin?
He means
Taishiro, you're
it
gonna
was a
have to
good
take that as-
time.
Taishiro, you're
Okay,
gonna have to take that as a
Goliaths
thank-
are between
thank you.
7 and 8 feet tall, and they weigh between 280 and 340 pounds.
Okay, so you'd over 130 kilos, most likely.
Yep. No worries.
Pounds to kilo.
I've already got it up. So 300 pounds is 136 kilos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're a big boy. Senshin weighs
Here's Gemini. 26 kilos.
76
No, wait,
kilos, and
27 kilos.
yeah, and you're a tiny bitch.
I'm tiny. I'm only 4'8".
Yeah, that
Got
is because
5
you
foot
are
shoes.
9.
Yeah. In appearance.
Exactly, you're 9.
In appearance.
And also
mentality.
in behavior.
Bullshit. Moving on.
No, we have literal hours worth of footage to.
Moving on. That
We
was
have
just
the
a prank.
proof. It's
If
not
you
just
guys would-
hearsay. We have the recordings. Amber.
Objection,
hearsay.
hearsay.
You know how it goes,
Objection,
Alex.
hearsay.
Everything is hearsay.
Well,
guys,
the thing
guys,
is, it's not
guys.
hearsay because we have evidence.
God.
Everyone.
We're
Everyone,
getting a
we
little
have-
bit too personal here, and the power's
Guys,
getting to
we
us.
have guys. If you guys are done being idiots, we have some guests. We have some sea cow guests to.
The sea elves have already appeared at the ship because they are concerned that you guys are going crazy from lack of water and you just didn't inform them. So they are now on a rowboat right
No,
next to your ship.
So
Don't worry, Senshin's the only one that's gone crazy. Just dump a bunch of water on him, and we'll be right over with you.
Oh, I
you
got
too,
that. And
Captain.
Gemini's gonna do water power shit and like get some seawater and dump it directly on top of Senshin. I hope that helps. Like
Senshin,
full
make a dex
bucket
save to
amount.
avoid that seawater if you want to.
A full buckets amount.
Gemini, make an athletics check to see if you can actually lift that because you are 26 kilos and this bucket probably weighs more than you.
Oh, it's like
Empty.
seawater, that amount. Like, it's like the amount of what would be in like a regular bucket from the sea. She like,
sea, not the bucket
Con-
itself, just
yeah.
the sea.
yeah, she controls like that amount, dumps it
Oh,
on
so you're
Senshin
controlling
from-
water, you're not physically
Yeah.
lifting it. Okay, yeah,
No,
fair enough.
I'm just
All right.
controlling it.
What did you get on the dex save?
Flat 10.
You failed because the DC is 11 plus at least. So yeah.
Oh no.
So Senshin, you are now drenched.
You're welcome.
Good job, Gem. Now then, let's entertain our guests, shall we? Maybe not.
I've-
Just maybe not try and traumatize each other.
I was just trying to help, really.
No, Taishiro, come on. We'll let you get some. Does the kid eat raw meat or?
He eats whatever's in front of him. Sometimes with cutlery, sometimes the plate.
Sometimes he
We'll give
eats
you
the
some nice-
cutlery.
We'll get you some nice silverware while we're over there. Okay, Taishiro. I don't think I've ever tasted silverware before. Is that a kind of fish?
We're not
Tastes
giving
like
him silverware.
royalty.
And then Taishiro will just like step onto the robot, still shaking
Okay. All right.
from all
So-
the trauma.
Yep, you guys are all heading onto the rowboat. They're all
Yep.
just quickly checking to see yeah. Okay, so they're all just checking to see if you guys are looking particularly dehydrated, so they're watching you quite closely just to make sure that you don't look like, you're dying.
I
Because-
think Senshin's not
What-
dehydrated at
We're not dying. We're just idiots.
They're still checking.
Speak for yourself.
Even if you say that, they are still checking. That is not going to change the fact that they are checking. By the way, just so you know, the king is not wearing anything. The ship has got
He
the
made
it?
royal flag on it, but the king is
Whoa.
not wearing anything particularly that makes him stand out. The only thing that's making him stand out is the fact that he is, well, by far the oldest person on this ship.
Well, visually anyway.
Visually. Well,
Yeah.
And in terms of attitude.
Yeah, we
you see,
weren't
the
talking about
attitude
attitude.
seriously
maturity.
matters. And so does
That-
maturity.
Yeah, but that's different from the actual age that you are physically.
Which
Not
is
just
9.
Appearance. Not
Which is
just
9.
appearance, but how long you yourself have existed for.
I
Doesn't
mean,
change the
in
fact she
terms of
acts,
your
looks,
body,
sounds,
probably
age.
about 2 years. In terms of your mind, longer. But in terms of your body, 2.
In
Like,
terms of your
literally,
soul,
this clone has been active and moving around and doing stuff for about 2 years.
Yeah, but the mind.
The mind's been
Existence
around
of
for
that.
longer, but this actual body, this version of you, has been wandering around and doing shit for 2 years.
I can just imagine like a blob of sentient thoughts just wandering around without a flesh prison.
We
Just
called that. Yeah, that was
talking.
Pinker for a while.
yeah, just kind of talking, mumbling shit like, I wonder what would happen if there was a whole civilization on a manatee. like
Yes, that's
I
Pinko.
wonder what would happen if I would drug them all.
Yeah, that's Pinko.
Do you want to cause an international incident?
No,
I will throw you into
I
the
wouldn't
ocean.
do that. It's more so I wonder.
I will
Like,
throw you into the ocean if you so much as look like you're about to do it.
I wonder if manatees, like, if you flip them upside down, they paralyze like you can with a shark.
They don't. Trust
Because,
me.
like, you flip a shark upside down and it's like, how it get paralyzed.
Yeah, they don't.
Hmm.
I have
Wonder how
I
many
have
other
met
marine
many
animals
I have
do
met
that.
many a manatee, which is a really hard sentence to say.
Really?
I have
Yes.
met many a manatee in my many days.
Really?
I have
No,
met
I
many a
just wanted to say
manatee
it's un-
meandering the Mediterranean.
I met many
Oh.
manatees meandering the Mediterranean.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. Sorry, what was that short stuff?
Joe Mama?
Of
Anyway,
course.
so are we going to
When you
eat?
have
Are we
nothing
going
good
to
to
dive
say.
into sea elves
Joe
or
Mama.
not?
So you
we're
guys,
going to
as
see
far
the
as I
sea
can
elves.
tell, everyone in the party, Nessa and the squad are probably, well, at very least, Nessa is going to be staying behind to make sure that there's a very competent navigator and sailor running the show effectively and navigating to make sure the ship doesn't run into anything. The rest
Good,
of the
it's not
squad can come
Zoro.
along with Kana if she wants them to. But Nessa is a bit
Kana's not
preoccupied
going
on the main ship.
Kana's not going to prevent anyone from coming along.
I'm more saying that, you know, they don't have to come along, but if you want them along, the maximum number of people you can bring along in terms of your squad is 4.
Ah, okay.
Like, Nessa is going to have to stay at the helm of the ship.
For just the squad. Oh, okay.
Probably best to
Damn,
take
Nessa's
someone
probably
just
the
to
best. Nessa would probably
protect
have
the
been the
king.
best one to bring along
Why?
But she needs to boat.
because she's also a sea elf and probably understands a lot more about sea elf things.
Yeah, because elves are not ever known to being racist.
But she
Yeah.
said, like, she didn't quite recognize them all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as in, she
okay.
hasn't personally interacted with this colony. She's
No,
the same
but
race as
she
them,
might-
but
Oh,
it's a
she's
bit
the
like
same
having
race?
some British person meet some other British person. They don't necessarily know each other just because they're British. They might understand
no,
the
no,
commonalities, but
Yeah,
I
but like
see.
I would trust a lot more for a British person to know more about British customs than an American.
okay, fair
Except
enough.
for the British
Well,
who
that's more what I was
knows
meaning.
American.
Well, if that's the case, it looks like the manatee has pretty much stopped, so they will drop anchor and they will essentially just have it that the ship will not be moving unless the manatee goes off or until the captain comes back.
I think she'll take Damien and Vadrid along.
Okay?
Damien for the muscle, Vadrid for quick getaways.
So you're cock
I
blocking.
don't think that was Vadrid.
Oh, Jerry. God, why do I always get those two confused?
God, you're so bad with knowing your own squad members.
Neither of them is particularly skilled at quick getaways.
No, but at least Jerry has a shield that we can rest on if the manatee decides to dive under or something.
Isn't it made of metal?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
wearing heavy metal. He is probably literally the worst person to bring along.
He's
Jerry,
into
that is.
heavy metal.
I mean, a lot of boats are also made of metal, but okay.
Yes, but most boats don't have organic flesh inside them that cannot swim.
Sir, that is exclusively what boats have inside of them. That is the
Yes,
purpose of
but
having a
most
boat.
boats are not, just people on the inside. He will sink like a rock because they have
Oh.
propulsion and ballast.
You'd
Look,
sink
in
faster
terms
than a
of
rock.
mobility and being able to get people back to the ship, the best equipped are going to be Nessa and Damien. Jerry
also
is
Jim.
literally the worst person to bring along. Rico
Rico.
is
He's
about
trying his
average,
best, man.
except for the fact that she also wears heavy armor most of the time.
maybe
And
not her then.
Vadrid has natural armor and doesn't have any other special skills that would be particularly applicable, but he also isn't going to sink like a rock. There are 2 people in this group that have heavy armor, and trust me, that is very bad if you end up even slightly sinking.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
drown, basically. You just
Yes.
Okay, well, in that case, probably get. I'll probably bring Damien along, and honestly, the rest probably can stay behind.
All right,
Unless
so you
you
don't
guys
want
would
to
make
bring
anything.
Nessa?
Nessa's
Well, no,
not
Nessa's
able
on the boat. Nessa's doing the boat. Remember, you said so as much yourself.
Yeah.
Well, if the boat has to remain moving, then Nessa will have to be on it. But if the boat drops anchor here, then Nessa can come along with you guys.
Will the manatee stop if?
The manatee
Yeah,
is
stop.
moving slowly enough that it won't get more than like a couple of meters away from the boat. It isn't exactly moving that quickly at the moment, at least.
Well, this only is the king's call. King, what do you think we should do? Should we port the boat so we can bring Nessa along, or?
It may be a good idea to bring along someone who is more acquainted with the customs. I'm sure that the navigators that we have on board should at least be skilled enough to keep the ship moving at a slow pace or at anchor. It should be fine. We aren't particularly far away, after all.
Worst case scenario, I pop a portal.
That is not how your
Awesome.
portals work, and that has never been how
I
your
know.
portals have worked.
I know.
I was gonna
Gemini's
just teleport
relying
across.
on the portal to be the spirit guide's knowledge. She don't know shit about it. She
Worst
just
comes to
asked
worst,
if possible.
The
Worst
spirit
comes to worst,
guide
you
has
just
already
turn to
told
the
you how the
spirit guide.
portals work, and that is not
Yeah.
how the portals work.
Yeah, and Gemini's not retaining that knowledge because that's what the spirit guide is for. Like, she knows vaguely what the portals do, but the spirit guide holds all the knowledge there, like a book that she can go read. when
How?
She needs it.
How are you this much of a liability?
Don't. Just don't think
Just
about it,
move
Alex.
on.
It's better for your mental health.
Just move. Move on. It's fine. It was a joke.
I'll just be a
It's okay.
second.
Boat.
You broke him. You broke him,
I
Sierra.
can't- It was an accident, I swear.
Not.
I know Gemini's portals don't work like that.
Okay, I got my thought out. I'm good. I can continue now.
Did you?
Let's go.
I
Going
typed
to the
something
other room
out
just
because
to-
I needed to mentally scream. I have got my thought out now.
No,
Let's
you
go.
screamed it to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Whoops. Oh well. That's fine.
It's fine. Who are
It's
you trying
fine,
to
you already
sing it to
know.
is my question.
I was meant. Whatever. At least you weren't the
I'm
worst person
fully
I could
aware
click
of
on.
I'm fully aware of who I believe you mean. So
Yes.
Me?
no,
Quite
I
obvious.
believe Alex. So Alex said it to me by accident, I assume, instead of somebody else. But I'm pretty sure I know everything already, or at least he's assuming I've guessed it already.
Pretty much, I was intending to just type it down to basically. I have another alt account on Discord, and I just needed to quickly get that thought out, and I was too
So
nervous to say it out
instead-
loud. But instead of sending it to my alt account on Discord, I sent it to Liam,
PM'd
who
it to
luckily
me.
isn't the worst person I could have sent it to.
I'm
Okay,
possibly
you
one of the
could've sent
better ones.
You could have sent it to Sierra.
Yeah, that would have been the
been the
worst person to send it to, because that would be massive spoilers for her.
I'm fully
Oh, It
aware.
was a spoiler thing. I thought it was like complaining because I was being a hassle to the party.
No,
again. I mean,
it was
I'm trying not
spoilers.
to be. I swear to God.
Heavy
but, like,
spoilers. Heavy
I thought
spoilers.
This was a holy fuck. She's annoying me so much. I
No,
need to
it was-
complain to someone
it-
or something
honestly,
right now before
honestly,
I
so
break.
did I.
Oh my
No,
God.
No,
it was
Right,
actually
okay.
spoilers, which
I
is
was
why I think
ready
it's
to start apologizing. Like,
Alex-
oh my God.
yeah. So all Alex did there was confirm my already existing suspicions about.
You
Someone?
already knew for certain. What do you mean? I didn't confirm shit.
Well, you know what I mean.
I guess he did.
Something about someone else confirmed it for me mentally. So
Anyway, whatever. Yeah,
my random thought right now, which could be true, was Gemini's like Adra's daughter
yeah, good luck with that.
or
Also,
stepdaughter or
guys,
some shit.
I-
They're related.
guys,
that
love
is not
y'all.
it.
I love y'all, but I wanna dine with the sea elves.
I do
Same.
wanna die with the sea
Yeah.
elves.
You want to
wanna
die with the sea elves? Okay, that can be arranged.
And I could get another clone, please.
oh my god, why are we on the
I'm
same
but I'll
page
be a
right now,
sea elf
Alex?
now.
Because I'm
I'd
evil.
like to-
As a
I'd like to
DM.
die with
Only as a DM.
No.
Please. You call
Yeah,
that
you
evil?
seem like a really evil person in other situations.
I specified
Okay.
as a DM and only as a DM.
You call that evil? What's this kind
person
of
for the
pussy-ass
people.
evil that you're doing?
Oh, just you
Yeah.
wait. Oh,
Yeah.
do you want me to try and kill you guys? Because I can.
Guys, can we please
I
just
already
have some...
successfully did that.
Guys, can we please just dine on the manatee?
Please.
Do you want me to try?
No, not really. I just wanted to see how far this would go.
I want to eat dinner on a sea mammal. It is a
And
mammal,
I wanted
right?
to.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, he's a mammal.
yes, I actually got it. Oh my god.
Okay.
Great
And I just wanted to
work.
poke it.
All
I
right.
just wanted to poke a bear.
There. Yeah, anyway, so the party is going to head across on the rowboat. So far, in the party is, let's see, David, Senshin, Raijin,
Just say the PCs. It's faster.
Taishiro, yep. So, player characters.
Mhm.
Player characters, Nessa, Damien, and the King.
The king.
So that's who's
Mr.
currently in the
Ferdinand.
party. Yes. And he is not wearing any of his clothing that marks him as a royal, except for a particular ring, which you would know to be his signet ring. That is it. Like, no crown, no robes. He is just wearing what appears to be a normal sailor's outfit.
Neat.
The
Well,
question
you
about
seem
the
rather-
king.
You seem
Is-
rather, you seem rather underdressed today, Mr. Ferdinand.
Pretty sure
Well-
the old guys wanting to try something different.
Is he the type to like people kiss their like ring, like that type of royalty?
No.
No.
Really?
No.
You've seen him before.
You
He's
know
got
who
that
this
kind of
king
look.
is.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if he's like, if that's a thing that is like high respect, like. You know,
Oh, you're wondering
when-
if that's
when
like just
you,
a
like-
general thing in this universe.
Yeah, like if like someone went to go visit him in his castle and did the whole like greeting. Some people like a bow, some people like a curtsy, some people want to kiss on the shoes or the ring.
It's definitely not a thing for this king.
Okay, just wondering. Right
It's not this king's thing, if you want to think. I
Sorry,
want to see if I
sorry,
could do
it's
that
just
for
a random
longer, but I
thought I
didn't have
had.
any more rhyming words.
Because I thought like a signet ring, they're usually like really, really big, right?
They are. But
Yeah.
the only reason that he has
thought it
one
was getting
right now
bigger.
on him is in case he needs to sign any important documents, because that's his official seal.
Oh.
That's what basically, like, if for some reason they decide to make a trade agreement formalized, then he, as the king, would need his ring to be able to authorize that. So it's kind of an essential thing to bring along to a diplomatic meeting.
Yes.
I wonder what they'd trade.
Well, let's
Fish.
find out by going to the place and doing the thing.
Eat the food.
Yes.
You
Okay.
take the
Find out if you're
moon,
getting
and
a
you
test
take
meat,
the
okay?
sun, and you take the moon, and you... Sorry.
Okay, yeah, so you guys managed to make it across to the manatee, and it looks to be fairly nice around. It looks like there's a small layer of seagrass on top of the manatee, and it looks fairly peaceful. Like there are some various farmlands around the place that just seem to have various other forms of kelp, rice, other sorts of strange plants that you don't quite recognize that seem to grow in the shallow salt water.
Kelp, rice, other things.
Help. Rice.
Well, what's the other things?
You don't recognize those plants unless you want to do a couple of checks. They're not easy to
Yeah.
recognize
Kinda-
off.
I don't
think
feel like
kinda
it's
might.
necessary. Gemini hungry. She wants the dinner.
Carter will check to see if she recognizes the plants as any, like, poison or anything.
I mean,
Well,
anything can be a
growing
poison
there.
if you have enough of it, but sure, go
Yeah. I
roll
think
a
it'd be a
nature
poison if you
check.
try
Yeah.
hard enough.
At that point, it's not a poison, it's a blood force weapon.
Fair enough.
That's how I poisoned a man with iron.
kind of-
I just
what
beat
kind
him
of
to
check
death
would
with
that
a bar of iron.
A cob of corn can be pretty poisonous if you beat
Alex?
someone to death
Yeah,
with
roll. Nature.
Yeah, what? Okay, Nate.
I already told you.
I couldn't hear you over everyone else being stupid.
Everyone else is always
That's a flat
stupid.
roll.
I'm sorry my IQ is low, okay? It's a disability. You can't
Yeah,
be-
your
My
IQ
God.
being low is a disability. Your voice being loud is a choice.
You could just
Actually, that could also
yeah.
be a disability, but
Yeah.
Lack of
yeah.
In
iron
this
control is
case,
part of
no.
Thank you.
In this
I mean,
case,
it's
no.
not, and if you it's not, and if you claim as such, it's Sierra, my opinion of you will drop by 20 points. But
Wait, what's my points at the moment, though?
If you know that,
if
then you
knew
wouldn't
that, it
want
would
to
raise a
Great
lot of
improve
your
it.
points
question.
dependently. Anyway,
Huh?
flat 12.
A flat 12,
If you
that's
knew
not
if you
bad.
knew what it was, it would lower points.
Or maybe it
Oh.
would raise points.
Yeah, like
Touchy head,
maybe
touchy
my
head.
reaction to the points would be.
Shut up,
Um,
for fuck's sake. Okay, guys, seriously,
Sorry.
come on. We've been jittering
know.
on for
Need
far
dinner.
too long. So, yeah, Kana, you do not immediately recognize these plants. They are not ones that are typically grown outside of these specific colonies, which you don't exactly run into that often. And you certainly haven't run into this specific colony before, so you can't tell. They might be poisonous, but you don't know. The way that they are growing, though, it looks like they're growing in a large enough volume to be crops, so they're unlikely to be poisonous to sea elves at very least. Because,
Fair
you know,
enough,
they
fair enough.
likely use them.
Unless it's like specifically grown in large quantities for the sake of poisoning people.
Why?
Seems unlikely somehow, but
Kano is not exactly the most trusting person.
yeah, she does radiate hardcore paranoia.
She does.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, she'll just, huh? What's the?
Hmm?
What's that stuff over there?
Hmm? Oh.
She'll point over to the crops.
Okay. Let me check my notes. I actually had written down exactly what that was. Just need to find it.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Crap. Sorry, just trying to find it.
Yeah,
Um,
sorry, my ADD's getting in the way. By the way, Alex.
That's okay. Alright. Oh, that one over there, it's buckthorn. It's one where, if brewed into a tea, if you drink enough of it, you are able to breathe underwater for a short while longer. It's part of what we use for expeditions. It's part of our main
Whoa.
trade, where, well, we go underwater, find any ships that have sunk, and see if we can find the rightful owners of the specific property. If we can't, then we trade it.
Whoa, can I have a few seeds, maybe? Oh, like,
That actually
Whatever
seems
you
legitimately
want.
useful.
yeah, may I please have some?
Hey,
Of course.
Gem, I'll actually be willing to cut in some of the party fund if you want to buy some of that. Growing that seems very useful for us.
Wait, really?
It grows
Okay,
best
I'll take
in...
as much as however much he's paying for.
Okay, well, this stuff typically will grow in salt water best, but it can grow in fresh water provided it's deep enough and there's some good muddy, well, river base. So, provided
Do you
you
have
can
a
get
name
it
for
somewhere
that,
like
actually?
that, it should be pretty good.
Do you have
What
someone
was
for
the
that,
name
Gemini?
of this again? Buckthorn? And do I have a room for it? Like, place for it? I'm sure we can find some down the track. But what's the name of it?
Buckthorn.
Buckthorn.
Yes, when used in a tea or a potion of some kind, it helps you breathe underwater for a short while.
Sweetness.
useful.
Writing that one down. I
Yeah,
keep
if you wanna
notes
grab-
of all my plants just so I
If you
know
want to
what
purchase
they
a few
do.
seeds, if you want to purchase a few seeds, I'm actually willing to cover it, so you don't have to use your own personal funds. That seems useful for the party.
Oh, thank you.
So
But
does
as long
this-
as I can keep some for well, my own use, I want to explore by myself
Excuse me,
sometimes.
Excuse me, Mister. Oh,
Thank you.
Taisho is trying to talk to the sea elf.
Okay, let me just quickly get his name.
Excuse me, Mister.
I don't know. I don't think his name is. I think his name is Arms somehow.
Shut up.
Can we throw
Santar.
something overboard?
From
Nice to
Umbridge.
meet you.
Sorry, what was that?
Santar, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Taishiro. Santar?
Yes, that is me.
Huh, I've heard of a centaur before. I've never heard of a centaur.
Oh, it's not a race, that's just my name.
I was just being silly. So what about your big friend here? Does he have a name? And Taishiro is just going to like gesture towards the manatee.
Okay. I believe in common it translates to, well, fall.
Fall?
Is he
Or
falling?
autumn.
Oh, like the season.
Mm.
Oh, I was worried that he was called Fall because he's ill or something.
No, that would be a strange name to give. No, his name is Ivas.
Avis. Nice. What about you, Nessa? Which manatee are you from?
Oh, I'm from one of the other colonies. There's quite a lot of sea elf colonies about the waters. I'm not from this one. I'm from another one that, well, operates in slightly colder water. This one's a bit more of a tropical
Are you from
one.
Are you from Winter?
Well, each of the individual manatees is named after a different season, typically in a different dialect of Elvish. So
That's
I am from colder waters where all of the seasons are colder than here. But yes, I was born during the winter manatees time.
cool.
Yeah,
And so where do these manatees come from? Do you guys know?
well,
Is there like a whole race of giant manatees under the surface somewhere?
Gemini's being dramatic. Who created us? Just
Pinko,
like, hands
mostly.
up in the air.
Pinko or Akaza,
Most
typically.
likely Pinko. That's why I'm so annoying.
Pinko or Akaza, it's hard to tell.
well, typically, as far as I can tell, these creatures were either created by the great god Pinko themselves, or they were alternatively
Themselves?
normal-sized manatees. Well,
Sorry, I love that statement. No, that was me out of character. I genuinely love that statement. It's like grammatically
Oh, man.
accurate.
well, yeah, singular they is a thing. And
I know,
also
the-
plural they is a thing,
Well,
and
then
either one of
singular
those could apply here. That's why you use they them pronouns when you're not sure how many people you're referring to, kids.
I know, but I had to
Be
specifically mention
educated.
how much I loved that saying that themselves is completely accurate in every way.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry. You were saying, Santia?
Yeah, either Pinko created these themselves, or there's another theory that some of them were actually normal-sized manatees, and that they were magically enlarged by a particularly powerful wizard. Could be Lord Ixkin, Lord J, or perhaps even a mortal. It's hard to tell. The records are a bit patchy. May even be that there's different cases for different tribes of them.
I'm kind of surprised that considering how they're massive sea creatures that they weren't created by Lord Dane.
Lord Dane definitely cares for the sea, don't get me wrong, but Lord Dane doesn't tend to create as many, well, creatures as some of those other gods.
Isn't he the god of life though?
He is also, well, a child. Despite being thousands or millions of years old,
Wait, I
Lord
thought that was-
Dane isn't exactly growing past that point. It's not as if he's doing the things that other gods typically do to create their young,
Wait.
shall we say.
Wait, he's actually a child? I thought that was metaphorical.
No,
No,
it's very literal.
Why, it's
Just
more
up in
like
heaven.
him.
Oh,
the
no,
gods
it's just
aren't
whatever the fuck
here.
they were.
Stop interfering.
I know. I just had to make the joke of it's very literal from one of them. Just decides to say everything because they're loudmouth pieces of shit.
Okay,
I
well,
thought that was-
you will hear on the wind the sound of some god yelling, "It's literal."
Oh, thank you, Thank you, random god person.
You're welcome. Thank you, Short, for who
And
that is.
thank you, random god person.
You're welcome. It's just funnier if
So-
it's not specific.
So he's a child. So he's gonna be a child forever, huh?
Well,
That
he
sounds-
certainly has been for all of time so far.
That sounds depressing.
Feel like you're
Sounds like-
talking about Gemini's brother.
He
It
is
just
not
sounds
related
that
to
way.
Gemini in the slightest.
know.
He is an elf.
That would be
I
that
know,
would be
but
a
it just
terrible
sounds that
idea.
way.
Also,
It's
yeah,
like you're talking
Gemini's
about
a
a
human,
male
right?
version of him. Of
Gemini's something.
He
Mm,
is
he's
a
something, alright.
sweet, innocent boy. He is nothing like
therefore
a
nothing
Gemini.
like you.
Sweet,
Pure boy,
innocent
because
girl.
there is like a grand total of 2
Who's
different
constantly
characters I
trying to get
make.
everyone high.
Okay, moving on.
He's an innocent pure boy because there's a grand total of 2 characters that I make.
Yeah, we know.
2.5,
Uh,
but yeah.
Which
That's
one's the
what we're
Hoth?
saying.
Is it the Trickster or is it the Edgelord?
Edgelord.
Or is it the Detriment?
No,
Whatever
I'm
he
saying.
is.
So what I'm saying is that we have we have the insufferable annoying assholes.
Mhm.
Then we also have like
The innocent pure children.
the innocent children. And then we have the edge lords, which he's made kind of one and a half. He's made like half made a couple of them because in the end, Darkane turns out to be just as chaotic as the rest of us. Well-
Kinda, like not really, but a little bit.
Kana's another one who I'd say is pretty close to the edgy, but yeah. So realistically, you make 3 character types: edgy, which deviates towards chaotic, like the rest of us; innocent child type, or insufferable asshole.
I'm happy with that.
You shouldn't be.
You really shouldn't be.
Eh.
In case you're
Anyway.
wondering why people say you have poor taste.
People say that?
Yes,
Yes,
Why?
all the time.
because it's true.
Anyway,
Because you don't know good art when it smacks you in the face.
With its big, long, piratey dick.
oh, you're talking about One Piece. Okay.
Yes!
Okay.
You heathen!
Oh, Alex,
I get it
It's
now.
not my-
Alex hasn't
it's not
even
my fault
gotten.
that things. It's not my fault that things pace so inconsistently that it makes you fall asleep and then tries to hit you awake with a sledgehammer.
Ultimate challenge. I haven't watched One Piece before. I know. it's
That's
like a
more
significant
excusable than
anime.
watching it and not liking it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the test of time if I watch it. Am I gonna like it or am I gonna hate it? Because like
Oh man.
I've
Alex
seen
may
two
stab
different
you.
sides here.
Besides,
And
you
I'm
do get to talk
curious
about
about
that
Liam,
and- but
kindly
that
no
don't
other
threaten
reason
to
to
stab
watch it.
anyone, thank you.
I wasn't. I was saying you would. We haven't even gone through the first god level
I
arc.
am not
Guys.
going to stab anyone. I'm
Guys,
just going to be
guys,
severely
guys,
disappointed.
Guys,
I'm not mad. I'm just
Can we-
disappointed.
can we continue?
Thanks,
Uh,
Mom.
I don't know,
Thanks,
depends.
Dad.
Does anyone want to?
What?
I mean, I'm
Sorry.
trying to have us continue, but Alec,
Yeah, I'm
but
trying to go to
Liam and
dinner.
but Liam
Sorry,
and Sierra
I'm-
keep on
plans.
feedbacking off of each other.
What?
Well, look, I'm sorry. I'm in a chaotic mood today.
I've been saying let's go to dinner, let's go to dinner. I even said I didn't want to explore what plants there were because Gemini's hungry, and Kana's like, you know what, I'm gonna have a squizzy though. So I'm not doing, like, I'm not stopping.
Just
everyone
stop.
from going to
Please, just stop. Thank you.
dinner.
Let's just go.
Hmm.
Alright,
To
so,
dinner.
guys, you have arrived. You have heard a bit about the culture, and you have seen that a bunch of people are out tilling the fields, and a few of them will come over and greet you and go, "Ah, hello, strangers from wherever you are. It is nice to
Land.
see you." Yes, well, we assumed that considering the fact that you were traveling on a ship and that you were not merely swimming up. How has your journey treated you so far?
Right.
Honestly, pretty boring up until we saw you guys.
Well,
They
that
stole
is-
all of my coffee.
Because you're an addict, you know, you've gone through the entire 2-week supply in about a day.
She hasn't
I went through
actually. She
one-
tried to, but she didn't.
I went through I had like one cup, and you guys freaked.
I say let the woman drink coffee.
And just so we're clear, they were hiding it from you so that you could only access one bag at a time. So you
I
were
know,
still
but she's
able to
gonna-
drink coffee. It's just that they were hiding the reserves of coffee.
Oh yeah, but she's still gonna bitch about that.
She can bitch all
is
she
Connor.
likes. They were trying to help. They were trying to help the addicts not, suffer withdrawals.
This is Connor. She's still gonna bitch about it.
She's
Y'all continue. I gotta wash my hands real quick.
fair.
Alright. And I think I've calmed down the shit stirrer, so we should be good.
You were the shit stirrer.
Yeah,
No, I
you
mean
are
I've calmed down the
you are
shit
not-
stirrer parts, as in.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
Let's not forget that's a fucking problem for me.
Is it?
I
Never.
think my head's back I think my head's back out of the shit stirrer area.
Anyway. Or are we waiting on Sierra?
No, we're not. Sorry, just taking a breath, trying to get my brain working again, all of that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck, did Alex leave me? Okay. Anyway,
We were
let's
going
try
for
some shit.
Yep.
Alright, so, you guys just arrived at the place. There's a bunch of sea elves interacting with you. So, yeah, I'm assuming that you're mostly focused on, chatting to them, all of that stuff. You can see that they're preparing a big table out in the open. It looks like they've got it on some kind of raised platform above where they're farming a lot of the stuff, a lot of the rice, kelp, buckthorn, all of that. So,
Cool.
yeah, you can see them preparing, and it looks like a couple of them are coming back from a building, which your best guess is that it's some kind of storehouse for meats. It looks like a lot of them are brined, but it looks like they're cooking them up, and it's starting to smell pretty good.
Delicious.
Well,
Oh,
it's
this place
always
is-
nice to meet people from far-off places and exchange stories of what's been happening.
Did you just say exchange stories?
Oh dear lord, do we have stories?
I have a bunch
Oh,
of them. See,
son.
and Tasha's gonna pull out Tasha's gonna pull out his diary.
Be careful with that. Bear in mind, we are still quite close above water.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just hold on to it tightly. Make sure you don't lose it, okay?
Do you have waterproofing runes?
Uh,
that's
David
what I
could
should-
use illusion runes to
that's what I should
describe
ask
story.
people for.
That would work, but I was also questioning if we have any way to waterproof it. I mean, we could. Freezing it
Hey.
nice probably wouldn't work.
Yeah,
do you guys-
David will try
Actually,
and make a
That rune
protect-
that you used on Lucky, I think that would technically work.
Wait, no, that was a waterproofing rune.
Yeah,
All right.
that was a
Maybe-
waterproofing rune because you needed it to make sure that Lucky wouldn't dissolve when coming into contact with water.
Oh, that.
We
oh, that's
already
very cool.
have a waterproofing rune. I just
Alright,
Yeah,
thank you,
so
maybe-
TM, for reminding us, dumbasses.
Yep.
that's fine. That's fine. I am also a dumbass, and I am trying to get my brain back in order, but hopefully my ass will be slightly smarter soon.
Yeah.
Your
I
ads?
I appreciate
Evidently
having a
not, then.
comrade.
Ah well, I'm trying. I apologize.
It's all
Oh no,
good.
it's all good. I
It's
appreciate
exclusively
having a
me and
comrade
Theo
because
as
I
well.
honestly forgot I even made that.
That is fine. As the DM, it isn't my job to remember what's in everyone's inventory, but I do it anyway.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Like I remember what all the characters can do in the Percy Jackson thing. That's partly because I made it, and partly because,
Well,
yeah,
you kinda
some
have
people
to
ask a
because
lot of
it's
questions.
Yes.
I'll say no more.
All the questions.
Yeah,
Thank
you can
goodness
kind of
that Sylvester and Liam aren't going to meet, and
What did I
Alexei
do?
and Sierra aren't going to meet. Neither of those combinations would end well, and I think I would legitimately stab one of the people involved in either of those pairings, if not both.
I know Sylvester.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he does know Sylvester.
Oh
I
shit!
went, I went to chill for several years.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So
he does
how
know
chaotic
Sylvester.
is
I
it
was
when they're
gonna
in the same
mention that.
room?
Yeah, they have been in the same room.
Yeah, plenty of times. We've been in the same group late for a lot of times.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
Oh, it's a lot of
I-
fun.
I can be a lot of people, Alex.
Yeah, but
What?
most of them are chaos incarnate.
Until I'm well, that was none of that was the correct words I meant to use. At chill,
Yes.
at chill, I'm typically pretty together, or at least I was when I used to go often.
Fair.
I find that really hard to believe. I hope you don't find that insulting that I say that.
He strangely
that's
is
fair enough.
Sorry.
he
I'm
is
back.
chaotic, but strangely less chaotic at chill.
Yeah, I can be a lot of people, especially when I need to be.
Talking about Liam and where we met, which was at Chill, where he is somehow less chaotic.
I'm the
At
only person
Chill.
here that's never actually been to chill.
Yeah.
What is
Mm.
chill?
Well, neither has Sierra, because
Oh
obviously.
yeah.
I've
Sorry.
never even heard of it.
It's an
Autism
it's-
meetup group.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I considered going to like groups like that, but my anxiety got the better of me. Not for autism, like, my stuff, but
Yeah, look, they're pretty good. It's not specifically just autism. It's about spectrum, but yeah, they're pretty good overall, I'd say.
I guess I'm just a bit nervous, so I got
Man,
friends
you
now
really
who
don't give that air
understand.
off. You really do not give off the air of being nervous.
Are you kidding me? I have a chronic anxiety disorder.
Yeah, but you don't give it off though.
Yeah, that's fake
yeah.
until you
You
make
rock
it.
it like you rock it like a boss.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Hmm.
So what did I miss?
Nothing.
Sorry, I
We
realized
just-
I had to pee
tried-
when I
we
went to wash
tried
my
to
hands
con-
from
We
eating.
tried to continue things.
Yeah.
It was most of us getting our heads back on straight. Mostly me cooling off the level of shitstir I was going at.
Oh.
Yeah. So you guys are all across. They have started to set up the table, and you can smell some meat cooking, and you can also see that there's a bunch of rice that looks like it's being boiled in something, as well as a couple of other plants that you don't immediately recognize. They're from the same crop fields, as far as you can tell. Some of them look similar to wheat, some of them look similar to barley, and there are some that you just don't know. Maybe it's some kind of fruit. Plants are weird in this world, especially when you're not entirely sure if they're regular plants that grew or whether they're plants that some god randomly decided to create.
I mean, isn't that the same thing?
Well, some of them naturally show up, some of them show up
From the will of a
through
god.
natural selection, some of them show up because a god decided I want that there, so it's there now. It's a universal law.
Yeah,
Neato.
Gemini's gonna ask for a vegetarian dish just in case they don't automatically prepare vegetables.
They're already
just
automatically
vegetables?
preparing vegetables.
Like
I think I said you.
from-
Well, I
And
said you were
separately.
vegetarian to them earlier.
Yeah, just
Yeah. They're
she doesn't want things cooked in the same thing as meat. Like the meat juice is on the
No,
veggies.
look-
Some people do that, so
they're
Yeah, they do.
in
And those places are
completely
typically
different
completely
places
failed.
that are
But-
probably like quite a distance between each other. It's entirely separate kitchens and areas that the meat and the veggies are being prepared in.
I just didn't know if they were like primarily like meat eaters and stuff, and if they even had like.
It looks like the way they
vegetarian
set
type
stuff up,
dishes.
it's a buffet sort of thing. So it
Oh,
looks like they
cool.
typically have some stuff that's just basically a bunch of plates in the center and then just a big table where a bunch of people sit at. And then they've got the meat in one area, the veggies in another, and you can just put everything on the plate, is essentially how they've set up.
Oh, that's a good setup.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Sizzler.
Yeah,
Oh, Sizzler. I
miss
Sizzler was
Sizzler.
great.
Cheesy bread man.
Mm.
Fucking
Alright.
miss Sizzler.
Yeah,
Ah,
it was
Damn
great.
you, Rona, you son of a bitch.
Rona was not the thing that killed Sizzler.
effing
It was
cat.
dying long before Rona, and it was so sad.
It was dying long before Rona, but there was still a few chains operating. After Rona, they all died out.
Didn't
There
it
was
get
one at
cancelled
Logan
in
that
20
lasted for
like in
years.
2020?
It was
Hmm?
dying well before that.
It
Yeah.
was dying, yes, you're 100% right,
Anyway.
but there were still a couple stores. They've all closed since
I've heard
Rona.
going to look for the fish.
Okay, yep.
If there's fish.
There is some fish in the meat area. It looks like some of it looks like the equivalent of sea boars. Sorry, just trying to get some audio working.
Hell yeah.
Okay, there we go. Finally. Yeah. So there's a section that looks like a sort of sea boar. There's several different types of fish in the meat section, and it looks like there's a fairly large selection, and it looks like they're grilling more over time, kind of like a barbecue sort of thing. Then they've got a whole bunch of different plant life, and it looks like they've got some fairly elaborate salad setups, as well as just the individual components. It looks like they have a lot of picky eater children that are just going to sit in a corner and eat their stuff in what looks to be a little clubhouse. The adults are all sitting around this big table and just chatting.
So I'll see you guys later.
All right,
You
Gemini.
know exactly where I'm going.
Yep, Gemini is going to socialize with the children.
Well,
Gonna
not
socialize
really
with her age group.
socialize.
Got it.
She just wants to go into the little cubby house. She doesn't like other children. She, like me, does not like children.
Mm.
Besides being a child herself, she's very hypocritical. She just
I am a
wants to be in the
child that
clubhouse.
happy children.
Yeah, basically. She's
Yeah,
like, I
that's
chose
most
to look
children are.
like this,
That's
but I
most
hate
children are.
everyone else who's like this.
Mm.
She's confused being. But she just wants to be in the clubhouse. So she'll
Alright.
be in there for probably like 10, 15 maybe. Like a fraction of the time, and then go to the adult table later.
Mm.
She
Yeah.
just wants to be in the clubhouse, so.
The kids will
That's all.
just look up and go, "Hey, are you new here? Did you come from that ship?
Yeah, I'm the captain of it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what sort of stuff do you do as captain?"
Too much stuff for you, kiddo. It's grown-up stuff, and clearly, I am a grown-up.
Have you led any hunts as captain?
Yeah, I've killed a lot of people, and a lot of fires lit,
Not at all what they were asking.
and I've killed a lot of monsters, and yeah.
We meant like hunting for food or
Yeah,
hunting
well,
for
that's-
treasure. Have you done any of that? Led any of
Hunting
your
for-
crew on that stuff?
Treasure. No. My crew, they're good and all, but they're not quite pirate standard, if you know what I mean. Like,
Oh, we're not pirates either.
You wish you were, though.
No,
I got a pirate hat. Look at my pirate hat. Isn't it cool? Yeah, it's because I'm a captain of a pirate ship, which is mine.
but
so-
you said your crew wasn't pirates. So how can you be captain of a pirate ship if they aren't pirates?
Because I decided out of the kindness of my heart to have non-pirates on my pirate ship because, well, I care about them. They are my friends.
That seems
Um,
like a stupid pirate ship.
It is pretty stupid if you count the crew, but they mean something in my heart. It's a special place. Do you want to see my cat dragon though? Cause it's you know, little buddy. His name is. He's better than the pirate ship. I kind of just
Dragon?
admired the ship.
And you'll just see the kids immediately start shaking and hiding in the corner of the cubby house and going, "No, those are bad luck. Those are bad luck. They hurt us."
Bad luck.
Yeah. Dragons
You
are
run
bad.
You've run into a dragon before?
Yeah. Yeah, they cause big storms and they cause all our stuff to go underwater and a bunch of people die in them. There's big magical turbulence and dragons are a bad sign.
Holy ship. Pirate ship.
You just triggered children.
It's kind of the
To be fair, you guys
goal
just
on the down
did
low.
emotionally scar a child earlier. So.
Subconsciously,
I don't think anything this party can do is going to be as emotionally scarring as what Taishiro has already been through.
Yeah, exactly.
You said that
exactly.
he
I can't
spent
go
most
that
of his
level.
sentient life as a slave in a tavern. I don't think these guys could do anything that could be particularly worse than that.
Not really.
No.
But that doesn't mean. But that doesn't
I
mean that he
mentioned a
particularly
dragon.
enjoys
That's
things.
trauma.
So yeah, congratulations. You've been around the kids for 5 minutes and they've already called you a stupid head and said that and you've managed to traumatize them. Well done, Jem. You're brilliant with children.
I guess that's karma for calling me stupid. So, dragons, huh? When was the last time you got attacked by a dragon?
It was when my
Is it
little
raining?
brother was just a baby 3 years ago, and we saw a big blue dragon in the sky, and then we heard a
Right.
cackling noise, and well,
I'm keeping silent.
and then well, everything lit up with lightning, and the manatee got hurt, and then everything went under. We only just managed to survive because of the buckthorn that we already had eaten with dinner, but well, none of our stuff did, and quite a few of the older people in our community died, and it was horrible. Dragons aren't a good sign out on the sea.
On the sea.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
Eli.
I'm not gonna lie to you, kid. That's called natural selection. But I am sorry for your loss. What do you usually
What do you mean that's
when
called natural selection?
The
It's not
dragon was
natural at
alive
all. It's the gods. They hated some of our old people, and then they died. I lost my grandma to that.
The gods? The gods hate
Don't you know
guys, and
anything?
that's why they cast... No, I don't. Enlighten me. Ignorant little child.
Well, it's the god that we always have to pray to make sure that he doesn't destroy us. The Lord Detriman, dragon god of chaos.
I figured as much.
Wait, what?
Yeah, obviously.
Sorry.
How did you
Right,
not
hang
guess
on.
that?
Who the f says that?
Yeah, I mean, as if I'm gonna remember that, like, from before now, I mean, because, actually, yeah, Dragon God, that does sound a little bit familiar. Tiny bit, but...
How have you
not
been out
really.
on the ocean if you don't recognize that? Every sailor recognizes that. Everyone who lives on the ocean recognizes that. Even most of the people on coastal cities know that.
Well, see, kid, I'm not exactly from around
Damn, my
here.
food's ready.
Yeah, shut the hell up. I'm in a meeting right now.
Are you
But
done hanging
quiet.
out at the Are you done hanging out at the kiddie table?
No!
You,
I'm
okay,
gonna
fine.
cast
I'll-
my and make the cubby house like rattle a little bit, like shake with the
Oh
noise.
Jesus.
But not enough to shake the tavern, just like the little cubby bit.
Do you know?
The little shake. No, I'm
You
not
ain't
done.
s-
I'm learning important stuff that'll help us
Look,
with stuff.
You'll just
Hey,
see a bunch of the kids hugging each other and shaking a bit. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm
Hey,
taking you out of there.
kids, look at this. And I'm
Nope.
just gonna grow a flower out of my hand, cause like I got a seed there from my bag, and I'm gonna grow like a plant in my hand. to try
The
and,
seed
like,
was
calm
for
the kids
buckthorn,
down.
and that does not grow flowers. That grows what looks to be a strange sort of brown seaweed.
It still grew something though. That's gotta mean something. Not everyone can grow a plant out of their hand, right?
No, but they're
I'm
also a
trying to
bit too
connect with the
focused on the
kids.
fact that you've just heavily traumatized them and made their cubby house shake and feel like it was going to be destroyed. So they
That
don't
wasn't
particularly
my
care that
fault.
you just grow a plant.
Okay, Gemini, I am taking you out of here, and you are no longer allowed to go near the children.
Oh my god, I was finding out really good information before you disturbed me in my meeting.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you in the ocean.
I found out about a chaos.
I'm gonna
god
put my hands on her shoulder.
who terrorizes
put my-
the manatee.
Yeah, I'm gonna
3 years
teleport
ago.
away with her now, so she shuts up.
My god.
And the
they
kids
never
will
listened to
just,
my
you'll notice the
information.
door to the cubby house will close, and then you'll hear a click as it locks, and then you'll just hear the sound of a child crying in there and being comforted.
You are an awful
Kid,
person.
I told you my crew was dumb. That's why I got a dumb pirate ship.
You are an awful person,
Gemini, they
Gemini.
cannot hear you because you are probably about 30 feet away from them, and also the cubby house is locked.
Yeah, Gemini mostly, when she responds to people walking away, it's mostly for her, not for them.
Yeah. Sedge is still gonna call you an awful person, though.
That's fine, she already knows she...
You're an awful person and should not be allowed near children.
You know, I was actually talking to them about the history of
They
the
are
ship and
crying. You
Yeah.
can shut up.
Yeah, that was because of the result of you getting me mad for trying to get me out of there when I was discussing important things. Could have just been like, you know,
No,
left me there
I'm
for a bit.
not even gonna. I'm not even gonna give you that. No, you're just a bad person, and you should really think of what you
That's
say
a
before you say it.
That's a different argument. A completely different argument. I might be a bad person, but I was still finding out information that could have been very useful to us.
What information could it possibly be?
Well, they were attacked 3 years ago by dragons because the god...
Dragon.
By the dragon.
a dragon. the-
By what? Detriment?
Yes. And they have to pray to him all the time because they think
That
that...
he'll attack
This
them again and
god.
kill them.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
these
that's what he
dragons,
does.
They go around the sea and, like,
Yes,
Storms
Gemini.
and stuff.
I'm aware of who. Yes, Gemini. I'm entirely aware of who Detriment is.
You probably know of the.
Taishiro, did you overhear this?
I would assume I'm back with my fish. Yes.
Okay, roll history with advantage, since you have been
Okay.
studying the creator gods recently for college.
Yes. Let me check my history. History. Oh wow, I have no proficiency in history.
It's kind of weird.
Well, you still
you
got
have
advantage.
Fair enough.
Time for 2 1s. Never mind.
Nice.
Yeah,
buddy.
you know exactly who Detriment is. You know that he's typically one of the major gods. There's typically 3 gods that a lot of sailors will pray to in order to have good fortune on their travels. Detriment, that he won't smite them. Darkane, because, well, it just seems like he actually has a chance of controlling Detriment to make sure that Detriment doesn't smite them. And Dane, because he is the god of the ocean. So, typically it's... and also because Darkane controls storms, so they pray for Darkane, you know, not to dump a storm on them. So they pray to those 3 gods primarily. So yeah. It's very, very common knowledge.
Are you guys
Yeah,
talking about Detriment? Oh, that's a really cool one. He's the major villain of the story of the Thunder Shield.
He's a major villain of the story of about every second myth, dude.
Is Detriment
Well,
paying
like-
attention to what is being said now? Good for you. I think Detriment is ADD enough that he isn't.
Yeah, Detriment doesn't. Detriment probably doesn't hear this, or if he
That's
does,
good.
if he does, he's probably used to it and honestly would enjoy the fact that people are revering him.
Yep, of course. Okay, fair enough. Well,
mhm.
that's good. You're not getting smited or losing piety to Detriment.
Yes.
Because that
He's the
would be
major-
bad.
He's the major villain. He's the major villain of the Thunder Shield epic. You know,
I
the man
didn't know that.
the man that had to
Wow.
the man that was given the man that was given a week to prepare for Detriment casting his epic breath weapon on the city. He managed to put up a shield that could defend the city for a long enough period of time after Detriment started roaring, but he had to use his own life force to be able to hold the shield up and lost his life to it.
Yeah, I mean, one of my ancestors even fought Detriment a long time ago.
It said that not a single stone became damp from the rain of Detriment's storm.
I'm
I
finishing
see.
this now, anyway. I mean, yeah, Jem, did you not know this stuff? It's one of
may
the
I
most well-known
remind
things
you,
in the
I'm not
world.
Exactly from here. I don't really.
What, the world?
Yeah, I'm not really from the world. I am the world. Gemini's just.
You are
trying
not
to
the
cover
world.
her
Thug
ass at
is
this
the
point.
world.
No,
She's really trying to cover her ass at this
that's-
point
no,
because she
that's-
did
no,
not
that's
know
Thug.
this.
That's Thug.
That's Thug. He's actually a part of a different. He's actually a part of a different story that might actually explain the ancestry of the Thunder Shield man. See, he was, and Tasho's just gonna go on about this like massive fucking.
Yep.
And
Gemini
every
is
once in a while,
intently
Station will just
listening.
nod
Taishiro is
or
going to
bring it
describe
about.
his thesis before he's went to his first official class. Yes, we know.
Yeah,
Gemini
it's she's
is
just
very
gonna
much
nod every
intently
once in a while and
listening.
say, "Hey, I've read that story from one of my ancestors," or "Hey, that was my ancestor."
And Gemini's just, ooh, I see. Whoa, that's so cool. Like, just all along
Do
the
you
way,
remember
because
the
she
guy's
does
name?
not know any of this. She
Okay.
has not retained any of this, like, historical knowledge of the gods. She's pretty dumb when it comes to that stuff, to be honest.
Mm.
They say that they
She
say that
likes
Detriment
nature,
was
she
one
likes
of the-
plants.
The second she hears gods, she just immediately tunes out the
Recoils.
entire thought of them because ew, gods, disgusting, evil.
She
Clearly.
doesn't want to be controlled, and gods kind of frightened her because they can control her. And she don't want
Well, actually, I'm
that. She
pretty sure
wants
the
to be
gods-
an independent
I'm pretty sure
child.
the gods. I'm pretty sure the one thing that the gods don't do without express permission is tamper with free will.
I mean, I
Yeah.
was turned into
That's it
sentient
with free will.
spaghetti out of
That doesn't-
curiosity.
That doesn't actually technically remove your free will, though. That just turns you into spaghetti. You still have as much free will as you had before. You
Not
just are
really,
now
because
spaghetti.
I'm
Spaghetti.
spaghetti that can't do anything but be spaghetti.
Well, you can still
You can
walk
still
around.
move and walk
You're
and
just
touch
spaghetti.
stuff.
Hands
It's
and
just spaghetti.
feet.
Yeah,
I could
you
only
had
move
hands and
'cause I had
feet.
buckets.
They're just made of spaghetti.
and
Yeah.
buckets.
You said spaghetti feet.
You never
So
tried to
Gemini's
move a
not meant to
spaghetti,
be
you just
scared
did
that
spaghetti.
Oh,
She's meant to
spaghetti.
welcome that with open arms, I see.
No,
No,
you're
she's not meant
totally
to welcome it, but it's just an example of the fact that gods don't actually take your free will from you unless you specifically ask them to. And
Like,
even
not
then, it's
ask
still
for
a
that.
question mark of whether they're actually gonna do it.
Well, it's more that
Did
your
not
free
ask for
will.
that.
It was
She
your
just asked
decision
if it
to
was
ask them to
possible.
do that. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Right. Well, you basically dared him and, you know,
No,
poor
not
lost
really.
control.
You shouldn't be going
We're
around
getting into this
daring
again.
gods of
We already
chaos
went
who are
into this.
shit-stirring people.
I wasn't. We're not going into this
Shit
again.
stirring men,
Guys,
women,
guys,
Yo,
people.
we're finishing it.
guys,
I was just
Move
making.
on.
I was loving Alex's shit stirring. Pause. People.
Oh, I wasn't pausing. I just said it immediately.
There
Pinko
was
is
a slight
multiple
pause and I
people.
liked it. At all at once.
Pinko is not people.
Pinko
No,
is
Pinko is multiple people.
Pinko is a
Yeah.
people, not a barrel.
We have a barrel.
yes, we do have a barrel.
There's many barrels. He may be all of the barrels or none of the barrels. We do not know how many barrels he is barrels.
He is not all of the barrels, because at least one of the barrels is Spiky Mikey, the god of the barrel people. No, I'm not kidding. That is an actual god in this universe.
Also, an
Not
actual
amazing
race in this
God,
universe.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you just haven't
so-
encountered any barrel people yet. But just you wait.
By the way, have you guys
Just
had any
wait.
of the fish?
I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, you so should. The fish is awesome. Yeah, Gem, try some. And Taisha is gonna hand a plate of fish over to Gemini.
Left 3 NPCs
Lovely.
behind.
Yeah, fish.
Okay, alright.
You realize that I
You do remember? Wait, yeah, she's vegetarian.
prefer to have it alive in, water, where I can be a friend of the fish, not
Why would you want to be a
digest.
friend of a fish before you ate it? That sounds really
Because you don't
mean.
eat it.
She's not. She doesn't eat. She doesn't eat fish.
Do you want to eat Senshin?
Oh.
Because he's a friend and he can also be food if you want to be that dark.
Taisha is going to sniff Senshin.
He don't smell good. Maybe with a bit
Really?
of seasoning, but like
Try and eat me, and I swear to God, I'll barbecue you.
I mean,
Have you showered while we've been on this expedition?
It's a
well,
shower.
yeah, I did give him a shower with seawater.
That's what that is. Senshin, you're awesome, but you're also kind of gross.
I didn't say it this time.
I mean, at least I'm not a traumatizing sack of garbage. For just looking at Gem.
I'm gonna cast an illusion spell to be a sack of garbage.
Oh,
I
good.
like
Fine.
feed me.
Oh, what
'cause
did
I get
Pinko actually
to
give you? What
children.
did Pinko give you? What you deserve again?
No.
You will notice that a couple of children who were not earlier in the clubhouse will just go, excuse me, is this garbage that we need to throw out, or is this,
Oh yes,
sack of something
absolutely.
else?
Please throw it out.
I want to wait until the child
Okay.
gets really, really close to me, and then I'm gonna like.
There's
get rid of
probably
the
about
illusion.
3 children who are all trying to pick
Oh,
it up.
good. That's even better. I want to wait till they get close.
Yeah,
and then
you're
we'll
right.
go
Never
get rid
mind.
of the illusion
It's
and
my
go-
own garbage. I'm gonna know. As I'm saying that, I'm gonna walk over, grab Gemini's head. I should probably get rid of it myself and just chuck her as far as I can.
Okay,
I swear to
garbage
God.
goes either in there or overboard. And the
Oh,
kids will just
overboard.
nod.
I'm
Take
not
it and
letting
grab her
you
by the
get
head
Gemini's
and just
head.
chuck.
She's gonna move out of the way before you get to grab her head. No,
Okay.
no, no.
Ooh, grapple
Senshin,
check.
grapple
I love
check.
these.
I win
Gemini,
that.
contesting grapple check.
Grapple check. Okay.
I love proficiency in grappling.
You're gonna lose this grapple check unless you roll really well, Gemini.
Yes.
Because Senshin has actually got some pretty good modifiers to his grappling.
What the
I have a
hell?
lot of
D20
modifiers for my
grappling
grappling.
skill.
There. Skill proficiencies.
How about you roll first? Yep, you will lose. So Senshin has you
know what my
grappled.
thing is.
Senshin, are you trying to throw Gemini overboard?
Oh,
You will
yes, I am.
damage Gemini. You'll probably.
I think
Take
that's
them,
the
mate.
point. Senshin, roll athletics. To see how far
another
you
thing
can
I-
beat the Gemini.
Another. Oh! Well, I guess we're gonna see Gemini on the next island then.
Okay, well, you managed to throw Gemini.
You threw
as-
Gemini to Alabaster.
As soon as he lets go of me, I'm transforming into a little buddy so I can basically glide my way. However this distance is, I'm gliding. I'm using those tiny wings to try and like not
Let's hear what
be a
Alex has to
hurtling
say
ball
first.
of a human.
Let's hear
Okay,
what Alex has to say first, because I feel like we're gonna hear something pretty interesting.
okay. So you are thrown as far as the next manatee. Before you manage to hit anything, and before you end up coming at risk of drowning, the transformation takes full effect, and you turn into Lil Buddy. And you can see them far off in the distance. You're not sure whether you, at the point of Senshin throwing you, weighed as much as yourself or Lil Buddy, and you're not sure if it would have even mattered because you realize that there are hundreds of meters between your manatee that is just below the water and the manatee that is currently close to the surface, who is currently, well, just like ankle length deep in the water. And you realize that it's going to be a bit of a long flight to get back.
Who said I want to get back so soon? Maybe I want to chill on this other manatee for a bit.
This manatee
Now
is
that I'm
probably
here.
at least 100 meters underwater. So, sure, you can chill on that manatee if you want, but you can only hold your breath for up to a minute max, and that's assuming
I've got buckthorn on me.
you've got what?
Buckthorn.
That's you have to
You've
drink
got
it.
Wait, it has to be
seeds.
in a tea.
Yeah.
It has to be brewed into a tea, and it has to be the full-grown plant brewed into the tea.
It might
So,
be just at
no,
dinner.
you don't
Didn't
have...
they say that they ate it as well? Like, they had it for...
They
like,
had a like actual version of it though. There wasn't just like
It wasn't just in a tea. Like,
It wasn't
the
just
child
seeds.
said
That's
that
how-
they
but that's
ate
how
it.
you get
You
it.
only have
Yeah.
seeds. You need to
Oh,
have
yeah, I know
full-grown buckthorn, and it would typically be included in a soup. Yep,
In a
I did
soup.
forget to mention the soup.
Yeah,
Did
'cause
anyone
they
grab
said
the
that they
soup?
had
It was vegetables. It was an entirely vegetarian soup, and they just had
I'm eating that.
they had an entirely vegetable-based soup, and then you could essentially just add in the cooked meat to it afterwards if you wanted. So, would you have eaten any of that soup, not knowing
Nope.
exactly what was inside, but knowing that it was entirely vegetarian?
Nope.
Yes, absolutely. Oh wait, just a.
Okay, you
I
didn't eat
wouldn't.
the soup. Then no, you have not consumed any buckthorn.
Both Gemini and I hate soup. So no, we wouldn't have done that, even if we knew that buckthorn was in there. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, you haven't consumed any buckthorn, so no, you cannot breathe
Oh,
underwater. You can
God.
hold your breath for 1 minute.
Trying to think of
How the-
a good creative way I could get back, and I don't think my spirit guide's gonna be much help getting me back.
Have fun on your life side back. I hope karma tastes good.
Your spirit guide is just going to appear in the water below you and just wave.
Yo, what's up?
Not much.
Can you do anything to get me back?
I mean, let's see.
I
Well,
don't really
I
like
can't get
Karma's taste at the moment.
I can't get you going forward in time, so the best I could do is send you back in time. Let me see.
Oh.
Do you want me to try and...
Can you
I'm not
send me
sure if
back
I
in-
can pinpoint this exactly, but there might be two of you in one timeline. Do you have a problem with that?
No.
Because if you don't, then I could get you back to before you were thrown.
Is there any risks and cautions that I should be aware of when going into a timeline where I already am there? Like, two of me, like, am I...
It's not gonna hurt you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Alright. And a portal will just appear below you, and he'll go, okay. Well, as you go down through that, when you go up, you'll be in front of Senshin seconds before he throws you.
What am I gonna do? Do you have any ideas for me? Because I want to, like...
I'm just
Pull
the
up-
portal man. You're the one who gets to make the decisions of what you want to do with the portals.
Yeah, but, like, ideas...
I'm just
Like,
the
I
taxi
wish I
driver.
could just draw a mustache on him, but I'm gonna be thrown either way, so, like...
Punch him in the
Maybe I
nuts,
Maybe I should... Nah.
appear as little buddy, and then just fly up to his face.
Yeah, because that's gonna stop me from chucking
Well,
you
what's
into the
little
next
buddy
dimension.
Oh,
Sure.
it doesn't have to stop Senshin from chucking you. That's already happened. But what it can do is startle him a lot after he's chucked you.
Oh, so it'll be you'll put me to a point where I've already been chucked, but second me is there now, like me.
What I'm
that's
essentially
good.
planning on is the very last second before Ascension chucks you. Unless you want me to send you back a few minutes earlier, of course.
Probably
Mm,
don't do that.
if you think there's gonna be enough time,
Nah.
like for a few seconds before he chucks me, I'd like to just like douse him in seawater again. 'Cause I
Sure,
think
I can
that's
send
it.
you there 6 seconds before he douses you. Alright,
mean-
well, I doubt you're particularly worried about any of the other consequences, so let's skip the boring stuff, okay?
But like,
You wanna go?
I'm still gonna be chucked, aren't I? Like, is he gonna let go of me? Like, do you think? Like, I might just hit him in the nuts as well, just for good measure.
Your choice.
Okay, I'm gonna
As I
douse
said,
him in seawater.
I'm just the one that helps you to do what you want. And
I'm
there
gonna
you go,
douse him in
Gemini.
seawater, and then I'm gonna.
And
I'm
you will
gonna
appear
punch
as
him
you're
in the nose.
describing that, and you will say, punch him in the nuts, as Senshin, you will see Gemini reappear in front of you at about crotch height, a couple of seconds before you're about to throw her. What are you gonna do?
Just use my other hand to grab this one, and I'm gonna use the same.
Okay, grapple
have
check
two
against
hands.
the other Gemini. Gemini, the
I'm just gonna
present
do it
day
again.
Gemini, you have advantage against this grapple check because he is only using one hand.
Okay.
And he already
did roll
has
like
the other
shit
one if
last
you
time.
grappled. So,
I rolled like
Gemini,
shit
you have
last time, so-
advantage.
Which means I roll.
2 dice.
Two.
You roll 2
Two
d6.
and
yeah.
take the higher.
Ooh.
Well, doesn't matter. So I guess you both get chucked.
Yo, Spirit Guide, do you want to go
That was
for
kind
round
of
3?
pointless.
Gemini number 3 is here.
All right.
Ready?
So as you
I'm not
both
gonna-
get
I'm
chucked
not
over
gonna roll
there,
athletics again
Gemini number
because-
1 will disappear through the portal, and you won't be able to stop her from doing anything. Then Gemini number 2, which is you, will appear in the same spot, and the spirit guide will just go, well, that didn't work, did it? Maybe show up behind him?
That'd be a good plan. I could like. Yeah, that'd be.
I wonder how long this
All
is
right.
gonna go on.
All right, let's do it.
Gemini.
3,
Gemini,
2,
Gemini,
1,
I'm gonna.
go.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm behind him. I'm pushing him overboard.
All right. Roll an athletics check. Senshin, strength.
Wait, sorry. I weigh more than 3 times your weight. You cannot push me.
And he's also carrying 2 of you.
Well, I'm
Like,
gonna
I
try
don't think you
my
have the
damn-
upper body strength to do it.
I'm running out of options here, man.
I just
don't
want
wanna
to
be
see if
sure.
she can push you hard enough that it will distract you from actually throwing.
Fair enough.
That's going to be
Oh.
a success on the athletics check.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
manages to distract you for a couple of seconds as you feel what feels like a small child trying to push you over. Not successful, but your leg moves very slightly as there's a bit of a tickle there. What do you do?
I'm gonna still use the Geminis.
All right, so you yeet both of the Geminis, and Gemini,
I'm gonna.
present day Gemini, what are you gonna do?
Wait.
You're actually, but before after I eat them, I'm just gonna say you'll be next if you don't think about this.
Hold on. I think I got a plan here. Wait.
Better hurry up, Gemini. 6, 5.
I want to
4.
summon my Hand of Ill Omen.
Okay, there's a big black dog that is now right next to you. Senshin,
God,
you
you
saw a
didn't-
big
you didn't
black
throw a
dog
lighter.
appear next to this Gemini. You've now registered the fact that you threw 2 Geminis. And there's a third one behind you, which has a black dog next to her. What do you do?
Well, may as well go through for 3.
Okay,
And I'm running before you can get close to me.
Grapple check time.
okay, alright, Senshin and
can I-
Gemini contesting grapple checks.
Again, but
Can Kana like interject
behind
to
you.
try and stop
I-
this?
Yeah, if
It's
she
gonna be-
wants. What does Kana want to do?
Kind of. I mean, probably just hold on. Which ones are they? Probably just gonna try and tie them both up with darts and just try and stop the fight breaking out during a diplomatic mission.
Okay,
I was only gonna throw her. I'm just doing 3 to 3. I'm done after this
Okay,
beat.
Sierra?
Overboard.
alright, Sierra, Liam. The way that I'm operating this is essentially I'm letting you each do one thing immediately after another. So, Gemini, your action was to summon the Hound of Ill Omen. Now that that's been done, you can't do anything else, so it's Senshin's turn to do something. So Senshin uses his action to grapple you. Now you do a contesting grapple check on his turn. Then after Senshin is done, the next turn is going to be Kana, who is going to try and interject. Then it's going to go back to Gemini, and it's going to continue until this is resolved. That is how the timing of this is working, so that's just so that there are no arguments and everyone's in some kind of initiative. So,
Yep,
with
that
that
makes
being
sense.
said, Senshin attempt a grapple check against Gemini with disadvantage because the Hound of Ill Omen will be attempting to stop you. Gemini, make
Okay,
a
fair enough.
contesting grapple check. But yeah, just normal.
Normal.
So you just need to beat his 5+.
Yeah, you beat my 5+.
All right, you are not grappled, so you are going to attempt to run off next action. Kana, make an attack roll against Senshin and Gemini. So 2 attack rolls, 1 against each of them.
Okay, yeah, the grapple check failed.
So yeah, the grapple check
Um,
failed, so it's going to be an attack roll. Don't worry, you won't be dealing damage. If you succeed, you'll just
know.
be restraining them.
Oh well, it's just the quick restraint ability, so.
Oh, okay. Did that
God
work
damn it,
differently to attack rolls?
No, it's attack rolls.
Okay,
It's
cool.
attack rolls. It's just that if I succeed at the AC instead of dealing damage, they become restrained.
All right, cool.
Neat.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, what's your
so
bonus?
what did you get on those?
Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't beat me.
Hold on.
All right. What's Gemini's AC?
3 plus
mm.
5.
Armor
that's,
class. How hard is she to hit?
17. Light armor 14. Nose proficiency 3.
Okay. Do you hit either of them?
Mine's 20, so no.
Do you hit Gemini's?
Mine's
8
17.
plus. Journeyman proficiency is a +2, right?
No.
It's +2 plus half your level.
It's
Yes.
half level plus
That's
2,
it.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's half level is 3 plus 5. That's a 13.
All right. So it
13 to
doesn't
14.
beat either of them. So Kana, your action doesn't actually do anything. Gemini, you get to do one thing. What do you want to do?
I want my hound to. It says here that it has proficiency in grappling, master. I
It
want
does?
him to, like, I hope he has the strength to, like, grapple Senshin and throw him overboard.
Okay. All right. So it has proficiency master in grappling. Does it specify a number next to master proficiency or?
+6.
All right, +6. All right. Senshin and this thing will now make a grapple check against each other. Senshin. Okay, that is a 9.
I beat it.
Yep, okay. The hound does not manage to grapple Senshin. Gemini, that is your turn. Senshin, your turn. Unless someone else wants to interject, in which case it's their turn.
Wait, how does
Ooh.
that fail?
You
Because-
weren't rolling. It was
Because
Alex who
mine
rolls.
was
Oh, you
a
rolled for
9,
him.
which was
I-
a 3 plus 6, and then
Right, I thought I was rolling
Senshin.
for him. No worries.
no, I was rolling
Yep,
because
gotcha.
it was not a player character.
Yep, I thought I'd roll for my hound. That's
Oh, this looks like a lot of fun. Where does
Dad, wanna
David
help me
sign up?
David,
Do you want to help?
David,
You want to help me
don't
eat the
even-
child?
David, don't even try it, or I don't even try it, or I swear to God, I'm going to feed you to this giant manatee.
Would
do you want to try it?
I just want to make it known that I don't want to be thrown overboard. That's literally the only thing Gemini is trying to avoid right
case
now.
it-
She does not want to fight. She just doesn't
Fine.
want to be thrown to the next manatee.
Fine, I won't throw you to the manatee. I'll throw you to the next ship. Fine, I'll throw you to
I
our
want to
ship.
be thrown.
Don't worry.
Guys,
Don't
You only
be
get
sad.
one
Don't-
interjection. I'm grappling her again with the intent to chuck her to our ship.
I swear to God,
Okay.
boy.
All right,
gonna set you
Senshin,
on
make a
fire,
grapple
I
check
swear
with
to God.
disadvantage. Gemini,
Oh right.
make a grapple check. Yep, you have disadvantage because the hound is helping Gemini.
Keep
All
forgetting
right.
that.
Gemini, make a grapple check. All right. Does your
These two
8
cheats.
plus?
Yeah, it's only a +3.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Gemini, you managed to avoid the grapple. Kana, your turn.
Okay.
And it will be David's turn after Kana's if he wants to interject.
Okay,
Yeah.
why am I only rolling badly now?
Okay, you do
Usually
not
a good luck
manage
at the
to
start.
imprison either of them. David, do you wish to do something?
Hmm.
Also, Raijin wants to interject. She is welcome to as well.
Is there something I can do to buff Senshin?
Of course, that's where Raijin's going. She can go after David. So
Okay.
so
Yeah.
far, initiative order is Senshin, Kana, David, Raijin, Gemini, in that order. Anyway, David, what do you want to do, if anything?
This sounds like a really fun game. David bet if we can all jump in together. And David's gonna run up to him and try and grapple and jump off the.
He is trying to grapple Senshin and jump
Who is he
into
trying to
the
grapple?
ocean.
I specified using the child, so.
No, he's gonna grab both you and Gem and then jump off and then use the ice rune to go around.
He's just
Okay.
having fun.
Make
Yeah,
a make a grapple check against Senshin and a grapple check with disadvantage against Gemini because of Hound. Senshin, make a grapple check. Gemini, make a grapple check.
All right.
For fuck's sake.
It's a random encounter.
I love grapple checks.
What was this about?
Mm.
What was this about needing to
Okay,
set up an
and
account for the-
disadvantage.
Why did I bother? You guys just entertain yourselves by spending an entire day grappling each other. Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
I
I'm
was done
fine.
eating the
All right.
child. It's not, I was done
All
eating
right.
the child with the
Fine.
second child. It's not my
All
fault.
right,
that
David,
just
you
try
do
to fall
not
back.
successfully manage to grapple either of them. Okay,
Nope.
Kana has already gone. Raijin, do you want to do anything?
I'm gonna magic bind. I'll use the magic binding spell to bind.
All right.
Well, I'm pretty sure something is too.
Yeah, what type of save does she need to make?
Strength save.
Gemini, strength save.
Why are you
Thanks.
finding me?
Thank
I just
fuck
don't
this will
wanna be
finally be over. I
thrown
don't
overboard.
care who wins, I just want it to be over.
So do I. I just don't
And
want
you
to be
thought the-
thrown
and you
overboard. We're
thought the
going in
fucking-
circles again.
And you thought
It'll
the
be
bikini
fine, I'm
episode
just
was bad.
I'm gonna throw you to the ship. You'll be fine.
Right, you've thrown me off the ship twice. Isn't that
No,
enough?
I said I'm gonna.
Aren't you at all concerned about the fact that you've seen 3 Geminis and thrown 2 Geminis overboard already? Aren't you a little
Isn't that
concerned that
enough?
there's multiple Geminis?
You're
Actual
figuring it's-
Geminis that weigh the
figuring
same
it's
as
Gemi-
Gemini?
Look, I'm figuring it's some sort of
Making it
temporal
sentient.
shenanigans. So I figured that it's some form of temporal shenanigans. So I figured that I have to keep history the same. I must throw the Gemini.
Yes, the Gemini that you
Yeah, the
have
first 2
successfully
Geminis have
thrown
already been thrown,
twice.
so it doesn't really matter because as long as those 2 were thrown, the third one doesn't need to be thrown yet. If you think
Thanks.
about it
Still
from a
throw.
linear perspective.
I'm throwing her. I'm just not gonna throw her off overboard because she
No,
said
I'm
that.
gonna keep coming back. Like it's
I'm just throwing you to the ship. You can entertain yourself there.
You throw me overboard, I come back.
Guys,
You throw
guys,
me
I'm not-
overboard again, I
Whatever-
come back.
well,
We're just
okay,
gonna be grappling.
Gemini,
Strength
roll your
save.
fucking strength save.
Can you just resist your urge to throw me overboard for a third time?
Gemini, it is not Senshin that is doing it. It is another character. Now roll your save so that we can get this over with quickly. Please. Just hurry up.
Yeah, I'm done with the strength save.
Done with
Doesn't
being
beat it.
thrown overboard. That's
Alright,
for sure.
you are magically bound. You cannot move.
Neat.
Yay.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm just gonna pick her up and chuck her to the roof of one of the buildings and then leave.
Lil Buddy
Really?
is going to... meow, and you'll just hear that as... You want to give me one of your wild shapes?
Yes, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Um,
Lil Buddy, you will notice that he will start to get a little bit bigger. It looks like the wild shape isn't so much being used to change forms as just make the form bigger. Which is quite unfortunate considering the fact that Lil Buddy is a cat dragon. Emphasis on dragon.
Shit.
So
No,
Lil
no.
Buddy turns into this
No, this is
giant
exactly
cat
what I was
dragon
worried
that will
about.
just grab the magically bound Gemini and fly over to the ship. As you will see, a bunch of the elves will begin to rush away and will just go, everyone, get some buckthorn. Now, we need to go. It's a code blue. I repeat, code blue. You'll need to get back to your ship quickly. You need to make sure you're somewhere safe. Go. And they're just quickly trying to rush you guys off onto the rowboat, and they're trying to rush into a safe place as the manatee begins to dive. You
Also,
guys
there's an
all
echo.
manage to get onto the ship, but all of the stuff immediately disappears around you.
There's an echo.
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh
It'll
yeah,
repair
I
itself
can still
eventually.
hear it.
It'll repair itself
Oh.
eventually.
Kind of just gonna be. This is exactly what I was worried about.
And yeah, so no diplomatic stuff ends up happening because while the king was in the middle of discussing a trade route and appeared to be fairly successful with a lot of that stuff, suggesting, leaving bounties for a bunch of adventurers who would get to keep some of the treasure and help them sell the treasure on fresh land, having a bunch of bards who would just be hired to come around year round, and he was just about to sign it. He just managed to actually, let's see, what would have happened first? All right, I'm gonna roll 2d20. First one is the king, second one is the sea elves. We'll see which happens first. All right, the sea elf thing happens first, so the king is unable to sign the thing in entirety, and he will just yell back, "Once things are safe, am I free to return?" "Of course, just get yourself to safety, good sir. Please, take care of yourselves. We must fear that a storm is coming. Hurry!" And they will just shuttle you off into the rowboat as the manatee will begin to go under and the seas will be calm again as you row your way back to your main ship.
Well, that was stupid of me.
Yeah.
Tension.
Well, diplomacy went well. Who's
It actually
for...
did go surprisingly well, yeah.
Tension. Gemini.
He's at the ship.
Yeah, she's
You
at the
and I
ship
gonna-
because Lil Buddy flew over and decided to turn into a wild shape. It's almost like you shouldn't
Tension.
trust your friends.
You,
It's almost
me,
like you
and
shouldn't throw them overboard twice and expect
You,
the
me,
third
and
one not to
Gemini,
try and
Ryoko.
fight back.
Almost like you shouldn't
me,
traumatize
and
children and
Gemini are
then
gonna
gleefully
have to-
explain it as if it was a good thing.
Tension.
Dude,
And
you interrupted me midway through a conversation about the history.
You were
What do you
traumatizing children!
expect?
enough.
What do you expect?
This is.
Sorry,
I don't
I'm
think
getting
Gemini's
pissed now.
here.
Like, I'm
She's
gonna
actually
have to
somewhere
take a
else.
break.
But yeah.
Sorry, I'm leaving. I gotta take a break.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, so Kana's just gonna. Tension, that's enough. Crying out loud. I thought you'd be at all better than this. Why did you have? Why did you have to? Why did you have to escalate the situation to such an insane degree?
I don't think she'd go that far. Actually, I never really think that far ahead, really.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to start. Because of you, not only have we lost a major trade route and some decent amount of
Free
time,
to come back, but whatever.
but we may have even angered a damn sea god.
Who's the sea god?
Detriment.
How would that have angered him?
Well, that's what
They
the
got
sea elves
spooked
seem
by
to think.
They got spooked by the cat dragon.
I would trust their judgment about how detriment works over yours. Regardless, just don't do that. Look, you cannot allow annoying things to get the better of you, and crying out loud, you can't escalate minor disagreements into full scale battles. Even against
Sorry.
Gemini.
I'm gonna take issue with her. You stop messing with children, and that's something you can't exactly abide for, especially if you're just acting as if it's fine.
You were literally just messing with Taishiro. Like,
Yeah,
not
and then I got
not-
stabbed
not
for
10
it.
minutes ago.
I'm not. Look, I'm not exactly consistent. Hell, I'm only 15. It's not like I actually know much about the world itself.
Yeah, you should know better than this for someone in the Jigoku Umare family, shouldn't you?
I'm the second son. I wasn't raised the expectation of taking over anything. I was
Well, you're
raised
gonna have
as
to-
if you're going to be a next warrior.
Well, you're gonna have to start thinking like people depend on you, because at this point they do. You can't just go around escalating every little disagreement you have into a full-scale battle. You have to pick your battles. with your head, if you can, the best way to the best way to be a the best way to be a hero is to try to avoid fighting as much as possible, not to actively try to fight people. And don't worry, Gemini's not getting out of this either. But
Look,
but
I'll be
you're
real
not
here.
to blame
I
this
didn't
either.
think about that at all. Rarely do I ever.
Well, you're
Is
gonna
that
have to
intentional or was that an accident?
I was trying to get a different soundtrack because I had the same one on for ages.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it sounded like there was a. It sounded like there was something yawning.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to start thinking. You're gonna have to start thinking about it. Gemini wasn't in the right for what she did. But you don't need. But you didn't have to. But you didn't have to resort to throwing her overboard 3 times.
I mean, I only threw her once. It's just there were more than one of her. I
So you
honestly
threw-
thought it was an illusion. I'll be real.
You had no basis to think that it was an illusion. They both weighed exactly the same as Gemini, and Gemini has not been capable of making illusions that have weight. Neither has anyone else in this party, because none of you are
Senshin
that skilled.
is terrible at magic. He genuinely would just guess. It's like, oh, there's more than them. It's either time manipulation or illusion. Either way, I'm still gonna throw you.
Look, I know she gets under your skin, but you can't be. But if one day a disagreement between you and her ends up getting someone killed, how the hell are you gonna forgive? How the hell are you gonna be able to forgive yourself for that?
I think everyone ever does. I don't have plans for any of this stuff.
No.
Nor do I. I plan
No,
to just
but that-
do what I'm doing until I
No,
figure
but
out what the
there's
hell I need to be.
There's certainly ways to avoid her. No one plans for disaster to come their way. But
Yeah,
most
no one
people
plans to
try to
be
make
one.
sure they don't bring it towards them. Hell, that's what the seals were saying when they said they prayed to detriment. Just
Kana,
try
I'm a
to-
literal
try
Kana,
to
I'm a
keep-
literal walking disaster. I don't
Just
think
try
I
to-
need to think too hard about how this works. I'm already fully aware that the most dangerous situations have me involved in them or around them. And I've honestly seen a lot more of this stuff than you'd think. Since Ajiro worked that first time, I've been having his thoughts play through my head the whole time, and I've been seeing his own memories too. And it's a
don't-
messy goddamn world out there, trust me.
Kid, you've been seeing other people's memories. And while you may claim that gives you some level of experience, your actions today have given me no faith in that. So try to don't go on being high and mighty about how much you've seen when you can't even put that experience to good action.
I said it was good action.
Yes, well, it should be. People
Yeah,
look
I
up to
won't
you
be
now.
doing that, but yeah. I don't know why.
Okay.
The Raj is not paying attention. She's listening in.
Okay.
Yeah, Asher is probably not paying attention due to sheer uncomfort.
So is Taishiro paying attention to something other than the conversation?
He's just trying to avoid paying attention to the conversation.
Alright, fair enough. In that case, Taishiro gets to make the check. Is David paying close attention to the conversation?
I think David pays close attention.
Yeah, David's just looking and being like, well, I suppose that went well enough. Don't worry, boss. This is just part of being part of the chaos crew.
Are you
Yeah.
paying attention to the conversation or something else?
I'm
No,
paying-
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
he was.
Yeah.
Alright, now I can actually get that music on legitimately. Okay, good.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh wow. That's a nat 20.
Yeah, I guess so, for looking somewhere else other than
Alright.
after the whole
So-
choosing when to eat.
Guys, you will notice that the ship seems to be a bit heavier, and it's moving a bit sluggishly, as it seems like there is a threat that is coming up. It's not a dragon. The
when-
sky seems to be completely clear, but you hear a groaning noise as something begins to climb the sides of the ship.
Guys? Maybe
Taishiro.
finish.
It reeks of undead.
Yes. Lights out.
Guys,
Switch duties. We're going on fight. Switch plan. Kind of. We shelve this conversation for now. I think now's the time for me to go fight mode.
fine. Just don't think that this. Don't think you're getting out of this.
And there
I
will
think
be a
I
bunch
will.
of zombies that will just begin climbing the sides of the ship, and will just
Where
begin
did
looking
Sierra
up
go?
at you.
She's.
Offline.
I think she got. Yeah, I think she's having a hangover. She said she's gonna take some time off, which I can understand.
Yeah.
I don't have anger issues, and hell, even I'm getting pissed off at this situation.
Yeah.
This is not just. Sorry, I'll just be a sec. I'm just
Fair
gonna
enough.
pause this for a minute. Can I pause it? No, I can't.
Yeah. You hit the.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.